is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Yes! Welcome aboard! Yes, sir, we are ready to rock and roll for the next 4 hours. And we're out here at VSS West Pines. Yes, sir, 12397 Pembroke Road here in Pembroke Pines. Come on out here, just a little bit off of I-75. We're right off of the Palmetto. We're close by. Come on by, say hi if you're in Southern Broward, Northern Dade, western part of the county. We're close to you, man. Come on by, say hi. We'll be out here till 3 o'clock. We got all kinds of great stuff out here. Jose, Alex, all the great people out here at VSS West Pines are out here with us, so they will take care of you for all of your CBD needs, man, whether it's flower, tinctures, you name it. You see the water pipes behind us, all of that. So, and we got what? This is a very special one there. There you go. So we will have some fun today here on the program. And if you want to get in, of course, you can chime in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. I was just actually going back and forth with Bobby Nunez this morning, having a little fun with him. On the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. And, of course, you can go to the website here for vsswestpines.com if you want to check it out here. Everything that they've got going on, man. They've got so many things in this place. It's just amazing. It really is. So just in case, if you're looking for anything for your CBD, tobacco needs, or anything else, you can come on out here to VSS West Pines. They got some glass ornaments that are amazing, okay? They're like dinosaurs and all kinds of monsters and aliens, and it's pretty cool. They've got all kinds of different things. Embalmed reptiles.
R2-D2 on the back, man.
Yeah, is that a water pipe or is just an R2-D2 glass? I think it's just glass, right?
Yes.
That one's just like a glass figure. I mean, of R2-D2. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, just come on out here to VSS West Pines, and of course, always tell them that we sent you. Okay.
Right in your face, the WB Frog.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we'll be out here till 3 o'clock, and we'll have some fun. And we got a lot of things to talk about. Yesterday, we talked about the frustration game, right, which is the Magic. They are 3-9 against the Magic in their last 12 going into last night. And it's a game, like I told you yesterday, it's a game that constantly pisses you off before you even start the game because you sit there going, are we going to lose again? Is my favorite team going to lose to the stinking Magic again? And I get it. They're a decent team, but they're not better than you. At no point during that 3-9 stretch were the Magic ever better than Miami. And in the 13th game of this stretch, they weren't better than Miami. And what I liked yesterday was Miami treated them the way they were supposed to be treated. 113-92. Now, I need you to win again in a couple nights over there, okay? Show me that you own them from here on out, like they've owned you for the last 12 matchups, going 9-3. So let's start to turn this thing around against the Magic and start treating them like they should be treated. And yesterday, 113-92, you're now 21-2 at home. Your two losses are to two elite teams in the NBA, two teams that are better than you. So there's actually no shame. That record is extremely impressive because you've won all the other games and you've only lost to two teams that are actually better. What would have been frustrating is that third loss would have been to the Magic. That's unacceptable. And yesterday they played that way. They played that way from Jump Street. They were all over them from the get-go, from the first half into the second half, and they kept it going all the way through. There were little runs here and there by the Magic, but they never really threatened at all. It wasn't like they cut it down to 1 or 2 or something. Never happened. It was never in doubt yesterday. And that's what I liked about that game. They were totally in control. Nothing wrong with that. And not only was it a game where you performed the way you were supposed to perform, we also know that the conditions weren't the best because of what was going on all around the NBA and the loss of Kobe Bryant. That was, that's been something that has obviously affected a lot of people out there and a lot of players more than anything else. And I'm sure that a lot of the guys you saw that they had stuff written on their shoes in honor of Kobe and Gigi and I love what Luka did, Doncic. He had everybody that was on the helicopter on his shoes, which is the right thing to do, man. And so I know that yesterday for the NBA world, it wasn't easy for everybody, man, from players to owners, to executives, coaches, media. It just was. Hey, yesterday, I was telling Bill yesterday, I feared yesterday's show. Honestly, I've been at this 30 years, and I feared yesterday's show because I didn't know if we were going to have enough to say. I didn't know if we were going to have enough to do, and I didn't know if we were going to be able to provide enough talking points, and we were able to do it, but it was one of those days where you didn't want to venture too much outside of the subject because you wanted to respect and pay homage to one of the greats, which, by the way, Kobe made our lives a lot easier, too, in sports radio because he gave us plenty of things to talk about, I mean, when it was happening 2 days ago, when it was breaking and we were on the air, we were wrapping up our show. We were in the last 45 minutes of our show. And I told one of the guys, actually, Herbie Lopez at Toyota of Hollywood, is a monster Lakers fan and an enormous Kobe guy. Right? He's part of that Kobe fanatical group. And it killed him, man. It killed him. He was devastated that afternoon after I told him. And then he was just like trying to see what was going on and trying to look at the coverage and all that stuff because at that moment then it captured everybody's attention at that time. So last night I know was not an easy thing for anybody, even the fans. And a lot of you out there that went to the game, you were wearing Kobe's colors and his numbers, and it was cool. It was great. And let me tell you something. I tweeted it out. Congratulations to the Miami Heat, too, because they get it. They did a great job in honoring Kobe inside the arena. Outside the arena, they've got that big old screen at the front, and they had Kobe's picture out there in honor of him. There isn't a franchise in town that gets it more than the Miami Heat. Not one. It really is amazing how good this franchise is and how they handle everything to a T. It's really, really impressive. And the way they did everything yesterday was perfect. So I got to take a moment to congratulate the Miami Heat because all they did was maintain the consistency they've had since Pat Riley took over. Because that's where we have to start. Before Pat Riley, our Heat team would have been an absolute disaster, my friends, okay? That's what would have happened. But yesterday, they handled the Kobe situation perfectly, and I thought that mural, that picture that they had in front of the arena all night in his honor was just the right thing to do. You know? So,
Were you aware that his daughter was planning on going to the University of Connecticut?
Yes, well, yesterday
And they did.
Yeah, they honored her by putting a chair out for her and her number in honor, and it was touching. It was touching, man. You know, sucked.
It's I have to say, obviously was not a Kobe fan, never been a Laker fan, prior to our Heat. The adopted team was, of course, my dad's, how it is when you're a kid, the Celtics. So didn't like the Lakers, but the guy was, at his time, and obviously with Jordan toward the end, there was a time when he was the best on the planet. There was no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said from the first day, of all the guys to come out of high school, nobody achieved what they were supposed to. That pinnacle of where they were supposed to be, the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Kobe checked off every box, man. He was the guy.
Yep.
Hands down.
No doubt. No doubt.
Very sad, man. It's still affecting,
Yep. By the way, NorCal chimes in from California. He says, "Wake and bake, Big O."
He must be inspired by, the wall.
Is that what's
wall.
inspiring you there, NorCal?
All the way across the country.
Wake and bake. Well, there you go. If you're dabbing, a little dab will do you. That's what they say, right? Wasn't that the same back in the day? But they were talking about a different dab.
It was Brill cream, if you remember.
Brill cream, right?
Yes.
Well, this is a whole little different type of dab. That'll do you.
It'll not only hold your hair in place, it'll hold you in place.
Yeah, no, but I tried the CBD through that, and it hits you right away. Not a high. It's like a relaxing feeling.
A little euphoria going on there for you there, buddy?
Yeah, something like that. And then if you have pain, I know this, you sleep like a baby when you take that stuff. That's all I can tell you. Okay? Good morning from New York City, Big O. I've been so busy at work. It's good to finally have some time to listen to you. Well, thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate that. George also chiming in. Flip side fishing. What are those? Yes, they are water pipes, sir. Yes, they are a slew of water pipes. Yes, that's why we are here.
We're inspiring listeners all over the place.
Hey, man, listen, this is a way of enjoying your CBD and all your tobacco needs. You got to come on out here to VSS West Pines at 12397 Pembroke Road. Come on out here, see all the fellas out here, and, of course, Sasha, the responsible one. You've got to, if we're going to mention Jose and Alex and everybody else and Jason and all that, we got to mention Sasha because she's the responsible one. So we've got to get her in here and make sure that when you come on out here, you can check out everything. They've got all kinds of exotic drinks from all over the world. Seriously. It's crazy stuff that they have here. Well, we'll show you. Later on the show, we'll show you a couple of those drinks so you can come on out here and try them because you're not going to get them anywhere else. You will not find them anywhere. Like they've got I don't know if it's a Crush or one of those orange drinks from China, but it's white and it's orange. It's funky. It really is. So you got to check it out. Yes.
Did you just say it's white, but it's orange?
Yes.
Huh?
Check it out. Yeah, seriously.
Explain, Lucy.
Hoser, you have that orange drink that's white from China or Japan or something like that. Which one is it? It's like a Crush or something like that. Alex showed it to me the other day. Huh? But there was one that was literally white, and it was an orange drink. I don't know. You might have run out already. But seriously, they got all kinds of funky drinks out here. You got to check it out. Ernie Cabrera says, Big O, logged in, ready to rock and roll. We love you for that, Ernie. NorCal says, the Great Wall of Bongs has me stuck in my munchies. Flipside Fishing says, awesome. So there you go. See? Look, Fanta orange. Fanta. And this one is this from Japan or China? Japan? It is a Japanese Fanta orange. Okay? Bosnia? Oh, I'm sorry. Bosnia. This one's from Bosnia. How about that? Yeah, look, you can see the language in Bosnia. And then this Fanta. This is a lemon Fanta that you get from, this one's from China. I'm telling you, they got all kinds of funky drinks, man. You got to check it out here, of course, at VSS West Pines. They've got the backpacks. You know how a lot of you love backpacks? They've got all kinds, man. From a shark to a Mona Lisa to, I don't know, what do we have there? All kinds of different colors, camouflage, you name it. They've got all kinds of different bags, man, and backpacks.
They got a bag in the shape of a shark.
Right.
That is really cool.
What's that? What are they? I can't hear you. Oh, they're smoke proof? Smell proof. Oh, they're smell proof. Nice. So
nothing emanates out of your bag.
Okay, that's good. That's nice to know.
Hide your stuff.
Smell proof bags they have here. Yeah, you got to think of those kind of things, man. And by the way, I think today might be the day we crossed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 995. So we're trying to get to 1,000. And we got 5 more to go. So spread the word. Get us to that 1,000. It's a beautiful thing. So, again, if you happen to be close to the Pembroke Pines area, I would love to meet you. We're going to be out here every month, actually. Okay? So, looking forward to it. NorCal goes to Myron. I'll be rooting for your Niners to get that 6th. Yeah, NorCal lives out there, so he has a little affinity for Northern California outside of our beloved Dolphins. Myron says WEED is the greatest sponsor. But we're having fun out here, man. We'll be out here for a few hours. We got some great music going on. We get to talk about all kinds of things going on in the world of sports. Kurt Heelan from ProBasketballTalk.com, NBC Sports, is going to join us at the top of the hour. So we'll get into all things basketball with him. At 1 o'clock, Manny Navarro will join us for his weekly Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes segment. So we'll get Manny on, and we'll talk all things Canes with him. You know, things are looking up a little bit. Although Michelle Kaufman tweeted out yesterday she spotted the Niners and their buses and everything headed to practice, and I retweeted back to her. I said, "Did you see Manny Diaz anywhere? He needs to follow them to get some tips." You know, because I mean, if I'm Manny Diaz, I'm trying to tag along to Andy Reid this week and Shanahan and trying to learn a thing or two. Get ready for the next season. You know? So I'm just saying. You know, just something that you should do. That's all. How do you guys like the music in the background? Miss American Pie. My Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Don McLean, correct?
Yes, that's right. That's right. This will be the day. Well, hopefully it's not the day I die. Hopefully we can live another couple days at least. You know, it's just a blessing to have every single day.
Let's at least get past Rockville.
Yeah, let's get past Rockville. Yes, let's get past Rockville. That would be just absolutely perfect.
At the bare minimum, let's get to past Rockville.
Yeah, that would be really cool if we can get past Rockville. Did you see, by the way, speaking of rocking? Now I'm tempted. Really tempted to do this, okay? Since we got some music in the background, and we'll have some music in the background throughout the show, one of the things that I'm thinking of is September 18th. Do you know what's happening on September 18th, Bill Preston?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, the last date of the 2020 tour for Aerosmith takes place at Fenway Park.
That is very interesting.
They are going to
Extremely.
close the 2020 tour in their hometown at Fenway Park. And NorCal, I know you've been a listener for a long time, but we've also, you and I, been friends for a long time. I know you really, really well. Extreme is opening up for Aerosmith. He loves Extreme, okay? Extreme opening up for Aerosmith at Fenway Park. Tickets, by the way, will go on sale January 31st, Friday at 10 a.m. This is their 50th anniversary tour. Okay? I'm just saying, dude. Aerosmith and Extreme at Fenway Park, 50th anniversary tour. They're closing out the tour. What is the 18th? That's got to be a weekend, right? That's got to be a Friday, a Saturday, or Sunday. I got to tell you something. I am really tempted.
That would be a Friday, brother.
Oh, wow. Then we can stay the rest of the weekend in Boston.
Okay, the only thing that I would hope that would be able to tie.
Can I tie you to a Fenway Park pole and leave you there forever?
No.
He hates the Red Sox because the Yankees.
No, but this is the thing. Look, bucket list thing. Fenway Park is one of the old classic, like Wrigley. There's not many left.
There might be games going on.
Like Chavez Ravine.
Is the baseball schedule is not out yet, right?
No. But September, obviously, they're playing. My only hope would be that somewhere between 3 days before, 3 days after, we'd be able to stay, do up Boston, and catch a Red Sox game. That would be a must.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Even though I'm a Yankee fan, I would love to see a game at
I give a rat's ass about the Yankees or the Red Sox,
Right.
but I want to go to both.
Of course.
I want to see a Yankee game in the Yankee Stadium.
Well,
I want to see a Red Sox game in the Red
it's
Sox
just like
Stadium.
when we were in L.A., we got to go to Chavez, man.
Right, yes.
It's a must.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. But I got to tell you something. September 18th, Fenway Park for Aerosmith.
That sounds pretty awesome. brother.
Man,
Yeah.
I am really and you know the restaurants in Boston are awesome. So we can actually, hang out, have some food, I like it, man. Hey, Big O, don't forget your CBD oil for the eyes. Yeah, I do need it. I need it big time. Let's see. What else do we have here? Big O, what was the paddle's name, the principal office at Kinlock? Oh, he had Toyota. That's what he had. Your mic's on. He had Toyota on the paddle, and then it had holes drilled into it. And then he would he'd say, put your hands on the table. Put your hands on the table. He'd tell you, look straight at the wall. You look straight at the wall. But then you close your eyes and go, because then he'd go, you asked for it. You got it. Whack. Toyota. Every time. If you got 3 hits, 3 times you heard, you asked for it. You got it. Toyota. Because that was the slogan back in the day for Toyota. So then that was his way of having fun with paddling you, is having all of that. When you know my man has a paddle with holes drilled into it so it could be more aerodynamic, your assistant principal ain't messing around, dude. Okay? Yep. Montoya, I want to say was his name, the assistant principal. Montoya.
You know why they put holes like in a fly swatter?
Yes.
Basically so
Same
that
thing.
the air doesn't push whatever you're trying to hit away.
Right.
And
slow you down, too.
And slow
Slow you down.
yeah, exactly. And
that's really the
to
main
get
thing.
as much torque and speed
You're
and
going
bada
to get
bing.
plenty of flow. Yeah. Yep, that
Make you
was...
feel it just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're remembering that one of those stories I told about that. But yeah, I want to go see Aerosmith, man. September 18th, Red Sox Stadium, Extreme opening up. NorCal, you want to meet me out in Boston for that concert? Good morning, gentlemen, from Edward Bonaventure, watching there on the YouTube channel. We love you for watching. Thank you as always. Anyway, we got a lot of things to talk about here on the show. Good win for the Heat last night as they got it done and took care of the Magic the way they were supposed to take care of the Magic.
I'm wondering if you didn't inspire them, man, because you tore into them pretty good. That was a good rant, brother.
Well, yeah, bro. It's just like enough's enough already, man.
The next time we play the Magic, you have to do it again.
Yeah, well, I'll do it in a
You know
couple
what I mean?
days. Let's go.
Yeah.
Follow it up now. Now you got to win on the road. And do it, man. You're better than them.
You know, there's been the past couple of years, us not making the playoffs. That, like, you go through the schedule because we missed it by a couple games, and definitely the Magic games were, man. How do you come on? This is why we're not in the playoffs,
Right.
Because of those losses.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. So, the other thing that we wanted to talk about here, well, we got a lot of things that we're going to talk about. The Kobe tragedy also actually puts the Heat in the forefront tonight because they ended up canceling the Lakers-Clippers game for tonight on TNT, and they now put in Heat-Celtics because the Heat are hosting the Celtics tonight, and we'll see what happens at 8 o'clock. And from 7 to 8, they're going to have a Kobe Bryant special. So they'll be talking, obviously, and elaborating. And remember, Shaq is on TNT, so there's going to be, I would imagine, a lot of involvement from Shaq on all of this. So you'll hear a lot of mumbling for an hour talking about Kobe and talk about how, you know, he feels about Kobe. And I'm sure they'll have plenty of features and interviews and things like that with Kobe, which is going to be really, really cool. You know, TNT does it right. So that's the good thing, that you'll get a little bit more Kobe from TNT, and then it'll be the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. The Lakers asked to cancel and postpone this game because they didn't feel that they were prepared as an organization to move forward. And remember, on the Clippers side, they're going to understand that. Jerry West is the head of basketball operations for the Clippers, right? And Doc Rivers is a guy that has so much respect and admiration for this league. And obviously, he broke down when he heard the news of Kobe. So this is all about respect at all levels. It doesn't matter who it is. It's respecting one of the great players of their game. And so they obviously were going to be classy enough to accommodate. Can you imagine if Donald Sterling was still around? Would Donald Sterling would have said, Kobe Bryant, what's he done? You know?
That's not us. We're the Clippers.
Yeah. You know, Donald Sterling would have been, you know, like what he did with the whole Magic Johnson. Big man Magic Johnson. What's he done? Get AIDS? Right? Is that how he phrased it or something? So if you would have had that you know, animal around, is that loser even still alive? Is Donald Sterling still alive? Just wondering. Are we still disgusted by his presence on this earth? But anyway, so this is where they, and you can understand why so many are not ready, right? And you got to give the Lakers some time to move on with this. And they were talking about this, and I never thought about it this way. But there are people in that organization that worked with Kobe for 20 years. And so it's affecting a lot of the people in that organization right now because they had ties to him. And we're talking about not just executives, not just the higher-ups. We're talking about just the trainers or all kinds of different people that you deal with every single day. People that work at the arena and all of that they dealt with Kobe. And it's affected so many in that entire organization that it's understandable that They're not ready to move on. And then you also have to respect Vanessa. And I get all of this, man. I really do. And it's a shame that we have to all go through all of this, to be honest. You know, it just, to lose him, to lose the children, to lose everybody in that helicopter, people that were productive citizens in our world. And you know, here's the thing. A lot of those, no, I'm sorry, maybe all of those individuals were kind of, in a way, helping a lot of kids and mentoring kids. We lost a lot of leaders in that helicopter. Leaders that were hopefully developing other leaders in that helicopter. I mean, that helicopter crash was so non-productive for our society. Our society is so much worse now because we lost those 9 individuals. That's how frustrating it is. I was thinking about this. Taking this to another level now, okay? We hear now, you know, Kobe will definitely be inducted into the Hall of Fame as expected, with Duncan and with, I'm forgetting who the other one that is going in this year. It's a hell of a class now. But anyway, my point is that you're gonna put Kobe in here in a couple months. Who inducts him, right, is one question. I'm not so much worried about that. I don't think that's a big deal. Whoever does it, it's a great honor, and I think that man will be able to handle it. My real concern is Vanessa on that day. Is she there? How can she compose herself? And because how do you compose yourself in a moment when they're celebrating your husband, but at the same time, as a mother, you'll be remembering your child too? That's the difference. Everybody in that group will be talking about Kobe, induction into the Hall of Fame. We're thinking about all of that. That poor woman is sitting there, and she's digging so much deeper. She's not really thinking about his bust, his number, his whatever going into the Hall of Fame. At that moment, Vanessa's not going to care about that. She might even show you on the outside that she might be stoic and all that, but inside, can you imagine the personal hell that woman is going to be going through? Because all she's going to be thinking about is, I'm a couple of months removed from losing my husband and one of my daughters. And then, if she's there also with her other daughters, she has to then try to be strong for them. Because the daughters, especially 2 of them, because obviously the other one is so young that I guess that's the only good thing out of this, that's the one person that isn't suffering like the other 3, because the other 3 are more conscious of what went on. You know, that might be the only solace out of all of this, that 1 out of the 4 at least isn't suffering. But can you imagine how torn that woman is going to be on that day, where we're all talking about Kobe and celebrating Kobe and all of that? She's not going to be thinking that, man. She's going to be thinking pain, agony, and missing her other half and her child. I mean, that's just, while it's a day that a lot of people look forward to, I don't know if I look forward to it for Vanessa. Because as a married man, and I see what my wife does every single day, like any of your wives or mothers out there that are dedicated to their families, you know how mothers are, man. They're sacrificing everything, all of their time, for your child's time, you know, whatever. They're serving you your food before they serve themselves food. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. Oh, you need $5 to go to school? Okay, here's $5. That's all she has in her purse, but she'll go to the bank later to go get money. You know what I mean? It's you got to walk your 2 kids or 3 to the car under the umbrella, but you're going to make sure you cover the 2 or 3 kids. If you're getting wet, you're getting wet. You know what I mean? Mothers, man. Mothers, the ultimate sacrificer on this planet.
Void fillers.
Yeah, it's just, And so she is going to be suffering while the rest of us are trying to memorialize and celebrate and remember. And while we're thinking of good, that poor woman is just going to be thinking about a crash that took away the two of the more important people in her life. So whenever that day rolls around, okay, be praying, be thinking for Vanessa and those children, because that's who I feel for the most right now. That's the one, we're all hurting in one way or another. We're all going to miss the guy. We're all going to be probably, I would say, feeling bad for all the people that he could have helped. Because all those young basketball players that he's helping, you and I can't help. But he's one of those guys that could have helped a lot of people. And that's the power you have when you're that kind of person. And the good thing for Kobe is that as he got older, he figured it out. And he was using it for a lot of good. And you got to commend him for that. 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. At noon, Kurt Helin will be joining us. We'll have some fun with Kurt. We're out here at VSS West Pines in Pembroke Pines. Come on out here from 11 to 3. Well, even if I'm not here, come on out, man, and get all your CBD needs. You can get them here, man. I'm telling you, anything you need for your tobacco needs, water pipes, rolling papers, they've got it all for you out here at VSS West Pines. Let me tell you a little bit about Craig Zins, Acura of Pembroke Pines. 2020 models going on right now. The ILX 209, the TLX 249, the RDX 339, the MDX 349. Only $29.99 do it signing, plus tax tag and registration, folks. It's Customer Appreciation Month. Make sure you get on down there to 15601 Pines Boulevard, just down the street from us, man. Go see Larry Schlossberg and Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone, all the amazing people getting it done at Craig Zins, Acura of Pembroke Pines.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodsey can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SCT, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Ah, yes! We are back here at VSS West Pines. Isn't that song from Blue Oyster Cult that's playing right now? Isn't that called Don't Fear the Reefer? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Reaper. I'm sorry. It's Reaper. Anyway, welcome back. We are having some fun out here. If you want to get in, it's 786-322-1105. So I'm hanging out here, right, at VSS West Pines, and I've got an Apple Watch, right? And I got this Apple Watch once I got out of the hospital with 5 stents in my heart. My wife was, well, why don't we get the watch so you could check your blood pressure and all, heart rate and all that, not blood pressure, but heart rate. And I'm going to get the one this Christmas. I'll get the one that has the EKG and all that other stuff. I'm going to move up to that one now because I got this one. It'll be 3 years by the time that thing rolls around this Christmas. So my wife knows she has to get me that now maybe I'll get it for my birthday or something, the newest one. But anyway, so I'm doing this, right? And so we're here at VSS West Pines, where they've got every gadget. Do you want to be the 007 of vaping? Then you come on out here to VSS West Pines. Seriously. Because, see, they've got the watch that you can vape. You ever seen an Apple Watch that you can vape? It's not Apple, but it looks like it, right? A lot like it. And then you pull it out from its, well, they just showed me how to do it. I might break it now. Let me see how you do it.
Let's get the experts over
There
here.
you go. I got it out. So you get it out and see, there's where you fill it up. And see, you can vape. You pull it out and you vape. Vape in
Totally incognito, James
total
Bond style.
It tells time
In
and
case
everything.
of emergency, take a hit.
Right, and then you can get yourself a little Just Reds so you can vape. You can do it all out here, man, at VSS West Pines.
Even if you don't have an emergency, take a hit.
That's right. There's no emergency. You just want to chill and relax. You want to take your break. Oh, it's time for a break. You look at your watch. It's time for a break. The same watch you look that tells you it's a break, you can smoke. I mean, come on, dude. You can't beat that. That becomes awesome, and then you just put it back and put it on your wrist, and you're ready to go. They come up with everything, dude. Everything. Look at that. Vape watch and juice. That's crazy. That's crazy. It really is. VSS West Pines, man. 12397 Pembroke Road. Make sure you tell them that we sent you here, man. You will love this place. This is like the Canesware of places, right? Because you come in, you want to buy like 4,000 things.
Exactly. I was telling them about Chris and Steph that just had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like 200 pieces of glass. She is watching on YouTube and all about, man, I envy you.
Well, we need to show them the glass on camera.
You know what? We're going to do an experiment because you know how we could pop the camera off?
Oh, yeah.
To see how far
Go ahead. I got the
it
camera
works.
here.
You know?
I got the camera here. You can do that. Show it. Give them a little tour on that camera because I can actually talk while you're giving them the tour, and they can kind of see what's going on because I'll be able to see what's going on. Right. I get that. And they wanted those scholarship slots. So I mean, listen. The second you saw De'Aaron King come in, you knew somebody was going to transfer, and Jaron was the guy that said, "All right, I'm out of here." And I mean, this is part of college football now. These guys are flakier than they've ever been. I mean, if you deal with a millennial or a Generation Z, you know what I'm talking about. They're flaky as hell. They're rats, okay? A majority of these Generation Zs and millennials, oh, man, they will rat each other out with a quickness. Remember back in the day when we were in school and we were in a classroom or something and the bad kid or the smart ass or whatever played a joke, right? And maybe the classroom laughed, maybe the classroom went, ooh, whatever. But everybody knew who did it. But no matter what the teacher said, nobody was going to rat him out, right? Or her out or whatever. And that's exactly the case here. Nobody would rat you, no, not here. I mean, nobody would rat you out then. Now, the moment that teacher says, well, you guys are all going to stay 20 minutes after school for detention or an hour or whatever, man, they are going to, 8 of them are going to point the finger at you. Okay? It is a different generation nowadays, man. Absolutely different generation. Totally, what can I tell you? Ratty.
No heart, man.
No.
No heart.
No. I can't wait till South Florida gets THC available in this shop. I'll be there every time I travel to South Florida. So there you go. But you can get all the other needs that you need. It doesn't have to only be THC. You got everything else that you might need for your tobacco needs or other needs. So, Big O, based off your time in the Senior Bowl, has any of your opinions changed of any of the QBs, good or bad? Not really. I'm still not a Justin Herbert fan. I know he's super talented, but I mentally, with men, one of the things that I disagree with this week coming from the Senior Bowl is Justin Herbert had a good week. But that's not because nobody's ever questioned his talent. Nobody says, well, he's not big enough. Nobody says he's not strong enough. Nobody says he can't throw the ball. Nobody says he's not accurate. Nobody says he's not smart. Nobody. Everybody knows he has instincts. He plays the quarterback position like a real quarterback. That's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. It's about his maturity, his leadership. And what I loved was, you know what the narrative coming out this week was? Well, he handled everything with maturity and he showed some leadership this week. What's there to show? It's the Senior Bowl. There's no adversity in the Senior Bowl. You're playing for a quarter. That's not adversity for him. Adversity is in the NFL. You're in the huddle and you're down by 12 and there's 8 minutes left and you got 10 other guys staring you in that huddle that are junkyard dogs, and they've got a wife and 3 baby mamas and 7 cars and 8 houses, and they got to pay, and they need to win, and they need to hit incentives, and you're the guy that needs to make it happen for all of them. How you going to respond then? And that's the question with this kid. And here's the problem with Justin Herbert, because I think that's kind of where you were leading me to. You're not going to find out about it until you draft him on your team. And then if he's not mature enough and he flakes out on you, i.e. Ryan Leaf, he flakes out on you, i.e. Vince Young, he flakes out on you, i.e. Jeff George, flakes out on you, i.e. Jamarcus Russell. Now, those are different kinds of flakes that I'm talking about, but a flake is a flake. Either you're a really bad flake or a fluky flake or an immature flake, but you're a flake. Whiteside's a flake.
Fluky
You know what I'm saying?
flakes?
Fluky flakes, too, with cereal. Yes.
Flutie, right?
Yes.
He had his own cereal.
That's right. So you won't find out until you draft him. So the question is, Dolphin fans, are you willing to draft Justin Herbert number 5 overall in the draft? He's not going to be there at 18. Somebody would have already taken him. But there's a chance he's there for you at 5. And maybe he falls a little farther than 5, not much more. His talent is too intoxicating to pass up. So he is a guy that I can understand if you feel better about him this week, because he played well, man. He made a lot of good throws throughout the week and in practice. I definitely noticed that, and he had a really good game. He did everything in that game that you could want. But again, that's not really what you question with him. Ability is not that. That's just not the issue. Now, and he also didn't have a lot of big moments at Oregon. That's the other thing that a lot of people point at. And in the NFL, you need to have several of those moments to be special. You can't be living a charmed life like Ryan Tannehill, and that your running back's going to dominate for 200 yards and you only need to make a couple of passes. No, dude. At one point or another, the pressure's going to fall on you and you got to respond. And we don't know if he can do that, because he really didn't do a lot of it in Oregon. Is he going to do a lot of it in the NFL? That's the question that you got to ask yourself. That's why, Justin Herbert, listen, even if you draft him at 5, I may not agree with it, but I understand it. Just like drafting Tua at 5, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But I've told you already 1,000 times, if you're going to draft Tua, then okay, I got you. Just get another guy. Do that at least. Give yourself a chance by investing in another quarterback. That way, man, you got to hit on one of these guys. Either Rosen's got to wake up, Tua's got to get healthy, Herbert's got to figure it out, or that third guy. Why not? There are several quarterbacks. I mean, that's the way I would do it. A little stranglehold, man. I like it. We got some really good music in the background today.
Is a better plan maybe to go safe and get your offensive lineman or defensive lineman and then take 2 quarterbacks later, and that way you've got
You can do that.
those 2 plus Rosen, 3 guys,
You can do that.
right?
Yes.
Is that a safer play? Because
Anthony Gordon, Nate Stanley.
right.
I get what you're saying.
Or the kid, you know what? One of those 2, and then the kid from Princeton, man.
Okay, that's
You
even
know,
a little later.
and then a
yes.
little bit later, exactly. That way, You're filling needs. We have so many of them. You know?
Yeah. No, and you can stack the line, man, because you've got so many picks early on. You can start getting a couple of linemen so you can build up that team. And that way, everybody has time to succeed. Not just Fitzpatrick, but Rosen and everybody else, because now you're blocking for them. I mean, look, think about this. You have to look at Buffalo, you have to look at Tennessee, and you have to look at Baltimore. They didn't require their quarterbacks really to carry them with their arms. They required their quarterbacks to make certain plays with their arms. Then if you're the Dolphins. I mean, look, you draft Herbert or Tua. Forget about Burrow. You're not getting Burrow. But if you get Tua or Herbert at 5, because that's where you're going to get them, you're not going to get either guy at 18. So let's just be honest. Okay, if you're drafting Herbert or Tua, you must be. I'm gonna stay consistent on this. This was my problem with the Ryan Tannehill pick at 8. I said, if you take a guy at 8, you must be sure he's a franchise quarterback. He cannot be a project. He has to be pretty much a can't-miss guy, a guy that has all the tools. You're not working on instincts. You're not working on accuracy. All you're working on is experience and adjusting the game speed, which is what every quarterback in the world has to adjust to from high school to college and from college to the NFL. That's all. That's normal. But if I got to teach you accuracy, if I got to teach you instincts, if I got to teach you how to play the game, no, dude. That's not what it's about. So if you draft that guy at 5 or you draft him at 8 like they did before, then you're telling me you have your franchise guy for the next 15 years. If you don't have that kind of conviction behind it, you don't draft him. If you're drafting him saying, well, we can teach him this, we can get him better here, but we'll surround him with this and that. And when you're talking about putting him in a perfect situation, which is what a lot of these guys in this league, Andy Dalton, you're not winning anything with him. You can get to the playoffs and maybe win a game or two, but you need the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with Ryan Tannehill unless you have the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with Trent Dilfer unless you have the perfect situation. You're not getting anywhere with a broken down Peyton Manning unless you have the perfect situation. So if that's what it takes for you to succeed with that guy, then you don't draft him at 5 or 8. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm going to do that, then I'm doing what Bill said. Then I'm drafting Nate Stanley or Anthony Gordon in the 2nd and 3rd rounds because they're project guys, and I'm going to then surround them with the linemen that I draft in the 1st and 2nd rounds and put mammoth human beings in front of them so at least my quarterback with holes has a chance. If I'm drafting you at 5 or 8, I'm drafting the guy that when all hell breaks loose and the rush is coming and he sees a guy barreling down on him and he's going to hit him right in the chest, he delivers a strike 30 yards downfield in stride to somebody streaking all the way to a touchdown. Why? Because in the middle of that chaos, he found the right guy in that blitz. I need you to do what Pat Mahomes did last week in that run. I need you to do what Eli Manning did in that Super Bowl, bounce off 3-4 guys. I need you to be Deshaun Watson and get crushed, stay standing, and deliver a strike. That's what I drafted 5 and 8. I'm not drafting a guy in the top 10. Well, we got to work here. We got to do this. We got to adjust there. No. Then you drafted the wrong guy. Then go get yourself a beefy lineman, a defensive end, a pass rushing linebacker, a shutdown corner that I know that I can get in and deliver right away.
God, I hate putting the brakes on this.
I know,
but
Kurt Helin delivers.
Yeah.
I get it, but I was on a roll. So, Kurt Helin from Pro Basketball Talk and NBC Sports. We will talk a little B-ball with him next.
Plus tax tag title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. Go to welcometorocvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, we promised you Kurt Helin from NBC Sports would be joining us. You can follow him on Twitter at Basketball Talk, and Kurt lives there in Southern California, so he's been a part of what's been going on, unfortunately, in the basketball world, because everybody is hurting. And Kurt, as a guy that has been in that area a long, long time, I would imagine it's been like a giant morgue or a giant funeral home, let's put it that way, in Southern California right now with everybody hurting.
Yeah, it's definitely been somewhere between a wake and a funeral. I mean, the shock was lasted a day or so. I mean, and I think this wasn't just in Los Angeles. I mean, this was so random and so out of the blue, and just so. Kobe was a guy who so controlled everything in his life, including, like, hey, sure, I ruptured an Achilles at 34. I'm not letting that define how I leave the league. I'm going to leave on my own terms, as long as that took. That made this, just him not. This was something obviously out of his control, and that just made the whole thing feel a little more shocking. So it's been a little stunning, and then the sadness has creeped in around as that has faded around here in Southern California. And there's just still a lot of people in shock. There's still a lot of people just kind of stunned. And there was, there's a huge memorial across from Staples that'll probably be there for a while, because the Lakers now, aren't going to play until Friday. So.
Yeah, no, you're right, and it would have been a crazy night tonight if they would have held that game, and I think they did the right thing in postponing this game, because it's just too soon for everybody. Although, in a twisted way, can you imagine if Donald Sterling was still around owning that team? He might have made it difficult on the league and the Lakers, even in that situation. You know that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he actually had a really good. Weirdly, he had a good relationship with the Lakers. You got to remember, he actually loaned Jerry Buss the money back in the day to originally help buy the team. Like, Jerry, he was a real estate guy, but his money was tied up and stuff. And Donald Sterling helped him with a loan to originally buy the team. But that said, you never know what would have happened. I think it was the right thing, because it's not just the Laker players, and they're almost in some ways way more transient than the rest of the Laker organization, which is very family run by the Buss family. And Kobe was part of that family for 20 years. And it's not just the players or the coaches and the trainers, it's the whole business side and the people, in ticket sales and marketing, and who have dealt with Kobe and got to know Kobe over the years, because he helped with so much stuff, not to mention the depth of the front office and everything on the basketball side. So it really shaken them as an organization and as just as people, because they really lost a close somebody they viewed as a close friend. So I don't know that they were ready to put on a game beyond just playing. Like, I'm not sure how the organization was going to go through the motions of putting on a game yet. I don't think they were ready.
You know, when yesterday they announced that, and then when I heard people elaborating a little bit more on it, I never thought about this.
Yeah.
That the people in that organization, a lot of them, from people that work in the arena to trainers,
Yep.
all that, there were people that were tied to Kobe for 10, 15, 20 years. And so they knew him for a long. So there's emotionally, there's actually people in that building that are, they're truly hurting right now, way more than any of us, because they literally had that physical connection with that guy. And I think this was the right thing of giving that organization a real amount of time to grieve. We understand that everything else needs to move forward, but you got to give them some time to kind of, recover from all of this.
Exactly. And I think, the schedule shook out well for them. They don't play until, there was only one game this week because they've been on the road so much. They'd had the big showcase game that they canceled tonight. But after that, they don't play till Friday, so that gave them a little bit of a break. And, they'll be moving on then. And it'll be interesting to see how they handle Friday night and the tributes and what they end up doing as an organization. They've got a couple days to think about it and plan it out now. So it's going to be interesting to see. And it's going to be, an emotional game against a Portland team that, I'd say Portland would be right up there, Portland or Utah, as the organization Clippers that's Kobe most tortured over the years with just big games and big moments.
Kurt Helin, of course, from NBC Sports, joining us. You can follow him on Twitter at Basketball Talk. Kurt, the other thing that I was talking about, and I know they're going to end up inducting Kobe with Garnett and Duncan into the Hall of Fame, which is obviously a no-brainer. And to me, it doesn't matter who ends up having the honor of inducting him. Whoever you choose is fine. But that day is going to be so twisted because we're only going to be a few months still removed from him, obviously from losing him. I can't imagine what Vanessa's going to be going through that day, because while we're celebrating him and all that stuff and his career and all that, that woman is only going to be thinking that she lost her husband and her daughter, two of the more important people in her life. And I don't know how that woman even handles that day, only a few months removed from losing both of them. It's going to be so weird, the state of mind that most of us are going to be in and the one that she's going to be in, because she's going to be in some personal hell that I don't know how she handles it and how she stays stoic for her kids, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she can stay stoic for her kids. And I was wondering that briefly when I was, writing yesterday, just that about Kobe still being on track for the Hall. Like, this was going to happen no matter what this year. But it makes the day strange because, yes, people get put posthumously into the Hall of Fame, but it's usually many years removed, right? Like, it's not that the person just passed away. It's usually there's some period of time there. This is going to be much more fresh, and it's going to be. I'm curious. Again, this would be interesting for discussion with the Hall about how you handle this. They have a standard format and a standard ceremony where one guy comes up after the other. But does this take away from Duncan and Garnett's day? Is there a way to separate that out? And by the way, Chris Bosh should be in that group. He is eligible this year. To me, he's a lock Hall of Famer. We'll see if the voters put him in. But and whoever else ends up on the list that year, do you almost do a separate thing for Kobe on a different night just so that it doesn't bleed into what should be a celebration of life for these other people as well? So I'm not sure. I'm not even. They've got time to figure that out, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how you handle that.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic point. What'd you think of the league playing the games? Did you think they should have canceled it that same day? I know it was kind of short notice, and everybody that had traveled had already traveled. So I know that the league was put in a difficult situation, but I go back and think about Pete Rozelle, how he took a lot of heat for playing the games after JFK got shot, and he continued, and they moved on. So I think we will move on the same way. But your thoughts on that one?
I wonder if they'd had more time. That day there was one. It was Sunday, obviously. There was an early start game. There almost always is an early start game on Sunday, so Europe can watch.
The Utah,
something
the Utah
in prime
game,
time.
right? The Utah game,
right? Yeah. And so there's always one that's just there to appease the European audience. And Utah's on there because they've got not only Bogdanovich but Rudy Gobert, and so they're kind of a big draw in France in part. So they're on those a fair amount. If there had been only night games, I wonder if it'd been different. If they'd had time to, but by the time they were even thinking about it, players were warming up, the arena was open. Like it would have been very difficult to call off that game. But I wonder if it'd been different if they'd had till that night. But the other part of that is that it's a bear to move games around like that. And I know baseball deals with it a little bit, but they can play a doubleheader. You can't really do that in the NBA.
You're in a city for multiple days. It's different. You can do that.
And you've also just got in the NBA all these arenas are double booked or triple booked. I mean, in the case of Staples, they're going to move this Laker Clipper game. It looks like it's going to be, I think they're looking at April 10th or something like that, because Lakers and Clippers are traveling, concerts come in there, and don't forget the LA Kings play out of that building. they're actually the primary tenant. They are the people who built the thing, their ownership group. So, it's just tough to find dates. It's one thing to do it with one game. It'd be something else to do it with 5 or 6 games. That would have been a real challenge. Plus, the obvious thing I just say here is, by the way, Kobe would have said play, right? He would have been like, "What are you talking about? Can't you?"
Yeah. Kobe would have felt better that you're playing in his honor instead of not playing in his honor, right? Yeah, no,
exactly.
Yeah, he wants to see what Trae Young did. How Trae was just super inspired the other night.
Yeah,
and he lit it up absolutely. And so that's what I think.
There's been some real inspired performances. Buddy Hield dropped 42 last night. A guy who would. That generation, Hield's a little older, but there's a lot of the guys who are in the league now who are in mid-20s or younger, who Kobe was their Jordan in a sense. Like when they were growing up, when they were in their teens and formative years, and they were really following not only playing but really following basketball and watching all these games. Kobe was the biggest guy on the planet, right? And he was LeBron starting to take over that mantle, but Kobe had taken it for a while, and there's just a ton of, it's not just the guys like LeBron or even going back, Shaq, and you saw how Shaq and Charles have reacted and stuff, like the guys who have a relationship and played with Kobe. It's Trae Young. A lot of these guys turned to Kobe as a mentor. Luka Doncic worked out with him a couple summers. Like all these guys grew up kind of idolizing Kobe, and it hit them in a different way.
Well, Eric Gordon had 50 points last night, right?
Yep. Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so somebody had to step up on that team. That was the upset of the night.
Yeah. Because Harden didn't play last night.
Harden or Westbrook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Kurt Helin, of course, from NBC Sports. You can follow him on Twitter at Basketball Talk. The Heat. My brother, where are you at now? We're across the halfway mark. Real or Memorex? What is the ceiling in your eyes for the Miami Heat?
I think conference finals isn't out of the question. Second round, I think, is a reasonable expectation right now, which, by the way, would be a huge, or a much bigger step than I think a lot of us thought they would take this year, before the season.
Amen.
To me, in the East right now, the Bucks are the Bucks, right? Like the Bucks are clearly the best team, arguably the best team in the NBA, but clearly the best team in the East. Going away, and everybody's going to have to play catch up with them. I thought Philly would be there. They've got obviously some offensive issues, and Joel Embiid's out right now, but they've got issues to figure out. I think Miami at least knows who it is. It's been playing. It's like I keep thinking they need another player, and they don't really have a good way to get one. They don't really have a great way to get one at the deadline. More than that, This is not much. Like I don't know that you want to make a huge sacrifice for the guys available at this trade deadline. So, I don't know, but I think that like between Miami and Boston and maybe Philly, it's kind of go any way. We'll see who's healthy at the end of the year, who's playing well, but second round and maybe beyond is a reasonable goal for them right now.
Who's the coach of the year?
I had Spoelstra at the midpoint. To me, it's Spoelstra and Nick Nurse. I guess I left Toronto off that list, and I shouldn't. They remain the defending champions who keep surprising everybody. To me, Spoelstra's one, and Nick Nurse is like right on his heels. And then you get into there's a lot of coach of the year can sometimes be one of the toughest ones. Just it's a little difficult to judge coaching from the outside purely. I mean, you can talk to scouts about X's and O's and whatever, but the job of an NBA coach is so much more than that. In terms of managing players and minutes and egos and motivation and stuff, and it can be tough from the outside to say that. I think Papa, who should be in the list, by the way?
Who?
Spurs have been pretty Popovich.
Well, yeah.
Coach.
They started slow, and then they've gotten better. Which is typical of Pops, that he figures things out and figures where guys belong, and then all of a sudden,
so they're in there. There's some other guys. Even frankly, my list. I had like 8 guys on my list that I was been watching and thinking about for the award, and like even Frank Vogel's on there because he's done a better. Like the Lakers have been better than I expected. He's getting more out of his role players than I expected. I mean, it's not just that they get Dwight Howard came on the redemption tour, but he's using him really wisely. So it's going to be and other guys on that roster as well. So to me, it's Spoelstra right now, but that's a wide open race. It's a really, much like the league this year, it feels a lot more wide open. That race in particular is, I think, honestly, the only end of the year award I feel like somebody's running away with it is Rookie of the Year. After that, there's battles for everything.
Kurt, I'm of the school that I don't think that the Heat really have a lot of trade pieces unless they're going to end up shipping some of their young guys, which I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever because they're also very cap friendly, which is a beautiful thing in this league. So Dion Waiters is the guy that you would try to trade, but he doesn't look like he's tradable yet. And Justice Winslow is a sack of injuries. So Can Miami make a move? Do you hear anything before the trade deadline? Can the Heat be players?
They can. They will be involved in stuff. I mean, first off, they always are, right? I mean, between Andy and Pat Riley, I mean, they're one of those teams that is always kicking the tires and looking to be aggressive. I just not, like you said, I'm not sure with the players they've got. They've got some. It might be a summer move, but I'm not sure that they can do it right now. But the kind, if you're going to put one more elite player next to, and Bam's kind of evolved and become the third, a potential top 3 kind of guy on a really great team and should be an all-star, by the way. Hopefully he makes it. I'm not sure that the guy you need is out there, and it's a weird trade deadline night now, Big O, because let's use the Pelicans as an example. They were looking like sellers, right? And they're like, well, listen, I was in before Christmas and I was at the G League Showcase. I heard Drew Holiday's name a lot and Derek Favors and stuff that, hey, they could help this team and they could make these moves. Then they win a few games, like 11 out of 15 or something, and then they get Zion back, and suddenly they and Sacramento and San Antonio and some of the teams everybody thought would be sellers are like, hey, we got to decide, do we want to go for the 8th seed? Do we want to do this? I mean, they've only got a week. And so some of them might wait through this weekend and before they really make a push, but you're going to get a late deadline push of who's going to be sellers. And even with all that, I'm just not sure, like I said, for the price they'd have to pay, who Miami gets that really moves the needle for them, right? Like they could fill in some gaps and they might be able to help themselves out on the buyout market or something afterwards. But, I mean, I love Andre Iguodala. How much do you want to give up a first for Andre Iguodala at this point? Does he really move the needle for somebody like them? I don't know if he does. I don't know if he moves it enough.
Miami doesn't have a first rounder for 77 years, so that's not really
true. That's not true.
That's
true. I think the Grizzlies ultimately will come off first and take a high second from somebody. It's become strange. Like firsts are firsts, but what really has become coveted around the league are top 10, top 12 second round picks, because you can get, once you get past about 20, it depends on the draft, but let's use a round number. Once you get past player about number 20 to 40 is a pretty, who do you like better, like not real hard distinction type of area. And if I can get a guy at 31 and I don't have to give him a guaranteed contract, or I can get him a lot cheaper than the guaranteed money I have to give him in the first round, like everybody wants those. I think so. I think eventually, though, for what Iguodala can bring, someone will give the Grizzlies one of those.
That's, I got to tell you. All right, so what's it going to take for Waiters to become tradable? And I know that there's no way they trade him now because he's had all those issues.
Yeah.
So what does he have to do to become, I guess, sexy by either this offseason or I guess the trade deadline next year he becomes an expiring contract. So that becomes sexy no matter what. But what does he need to become, or what do the Heat need from him so they can trade him in the offseason?
Well, I think it's two things. A, play a little bit to show that, yeah, he can still play, which he kind of did the other night. He looked pretty good in the game he got in, and show that there's still something in the tank, which I think most people believe he has. But the other part of that is just not be disruptive, not be and Miami's it's a unique culture, and it's a little more strict than some other organizations, and other organizations may be a little more open to it and give him a little more leeway. But he's got to prove that you're not really going to be disruptive in the organization, and disruptive to, look, you're coming in to play a role at this point in Dion Waiters. Well, frankly, through all of Dion Waiters' career, but especially now. You're playing a role, and if I think you're going to upset the apple cart, then it's not worth it. I can get somebody else. So he's got to prove, and that's going to take some work by his agent. That's going to take work by a lot of people, not just the Heat. That's a little more on Dion to prove that, hey, if you bring me in, I'm not going to be a problem, and that's nobody wants to bring that into their culture. Frankly, I mean that's more than just a basketball thing. That's a life thing. Nobody really is looking to bring in the disruptive force, except for the girls I dated in my 20s.
Follow him on Twitter at Basketball Talk. Follow his work there at NBC Sports. Kurt, what are you guys working at so they can check you out there at NBC Sports?
Obviously, we'll still have a lot of Kobe stuff, and we're starting to get back into the groove of everything else with Around the League Power Rankings coming out tomorrow and all that. But look, we've got a lot of Kobe stuff. We'll continue to have a lot of Kobe stuff following both tributes to Kobe and all of that, and what the league ends up doing, but also and through the All-Star Game, which will another place it'll be interesting to see what kind of tributes they do. But also the investigation into what exactly happened and how this accident happened, which is kind of, I don't know enough about it, but it's in terms of, like, I'm not a pilot, but it's kind of an interesting how did this happen scenario.
Good stuff as always. Kurt, you are the best, my brother. Thank you for taking some time, man.
Take care.
You got it, baby. Thank you. Kurt, as always, man. Good people. Always getting it done on the program. By the way, Bill, we are at 999 as subscribers for YouTube. Our next subscriber is going to be number 1,000.
Thank you.
How about that? Got to it pretty quick, man. That's pretty cool on your part out there.
Let me see if I have an account that I could just use.
One guy says, 72 Fins logo says, I need that Herbert moving up in the draft chart because of the Senior Bowl performance, and Greer likes that big arm, tall pocket passers. Don't be surprised if they draft him, in my humble opinion. I would not be shocked if they draft him. I would not. Just like anybody else, because he's intoxicating, man. He's got all that talent. So I would not be surprised if somehow or another somebody reaches in. We hit 1,000. We hit 1,000. Nice job by you all out there. Way to go. Love it. There you go. I like it.
And no, I do not have an available account to subscribe. I already have.
Okay. Well, hey, man, somebody signed up right now and
you know what?
Became number 1,000.
Truly, thank you guys.
Yes.
That enables us to do so much more there.
Yeah. Yep. Now we got to build it up. Now next, believe it or not, the next stage is 10,000. But that's all right. That's down the line.
Only 10,000.
Only 10,000. That's the next one. But this one we needed. We needed to get to 1. So now we can, do our thing. I wonder if they let you do it like right away. That's cool. I like it. All right. Good stuff, man. I appreciate all of you out there. I can't say enough on the support that you guys have given us already here on the show. It's been absolutely amazing, the amount of downloads and the way it goes up too. Every single month it's gone up. So NorCal says congratulations. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks to you, NorCal, and everybody else that
NorCal
watches
big part.
Yes, everybody. NorCal obviously a huge part of the show, but everybody is a part of the show. That's it. That's what I've been trying to get to all of you out there, that what they do in normal radio, you're not really a part of it. They don't really care about you. That's not how I am. So that's kind of what we want to build, is something different, that we kind of build it together, that it's really your show, that kind of deal. That's what we're trying to do here. That's the way it goes. All right, let's take a quick break. Let me tell you about Toyota of Hollywood. We were just there on Sunday. We're going to be there in 2 more days at Toyota of Hollywood, because we're there every Thursday. We only missed this past Thursday because we were at the Senior Bowl, but we're back every Thursday at Toyota of Hollywood. And, of course, come on out, 1841 North State Road 7, just a couple blocks south of that big, beautiful guitar off the Turnpike. Number 1 volume Toyota dealership in the Southeast United States, over 400,000 square feet. They have over 1,500 cars and trucks in stock. Great deals going on right now. How about this? 2019 models. The Toyota Yaris L 4-door, not $17,000, man. $11,775. These pre-owned vehicles are in amazing shape. Get on down there, check it out for yourself. 0% financing for 72 months. Don't make your payments till 2021. They've got so many different programs to take advantage of. Mention our name, mention Big O. They will take care of you at Toyota of Hollywood.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We're back. CBD flower. You can get it here at VSS West Pines. You see that CBD flower? Huh? How's that CBD flower? Kind of looks like real flour, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's called Fly High Hemp. But you're really not flying high again like Ozzy Osbourne would say. Okay? You're just going to feel good. But there you go. If you want to get your CBD hemp, and maybe you can enjoy it in an R2D2 or a PAX, okay? These are the dry herb vaporizers. And you can enjoy your CBD flower here at VSS West Pines. Make sure you tell them that we sent you, okay? There we
YouTube's
go.
okay, right?
Huh?
YouTube's okay?
YouTube looks fine to me, doesn't it? I don't know why. Why would you ask?
Because you were pointing at it.
Oh, because I was showing you how the stuff looked on the camera.
The only time you
So-
point something out to me, something's wrong.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. That's true. That is very true. There you go. This is the R2D2 pipe that you can enjoy here. This thing's really cool, actually. You got to admit, this R2D2, I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, you whip that out on somebody, they're going to go, this is badass. And for you ladies, if you're a Star Wars fan, you want Mrs. R2D2, you see? That way, you go a little girly. Right there, we're taking care of you in every way possible here at VSS West Pines. There you go. And by the way, if you want to be a proud sponsor of our program and you want our show to come to you, we can do that also here at VSS West Pines. So have some fun. Come on out here and get your CBD products. They've got them for you at VSS West Pines. Edwards says, they might go Herbert, but I would rather them go get an OT or edge rusher, then look second-tier QB and double down. Well, that's what we just talked about a little bit. 72 Fins logo says, I know you care about us, Big O. I've been following your broadcasts for about 20 years. Well, thank you, 72 Fins logo. Listen, man, I'm one of the weirdos on air. I actually become friends with listeners. Okay? And plenty of you know what I'm talking about because we get to know each other. You come to our places where we're broadcasting. I become friends with our sponsors. Do you realize that in radio, okay, there are a lot of guys and women that are just doing their shows. And then the salesperson comes in and says, hey, I got a new sponsor for you. And they give them a script. And then the host reads the script every day, never meets the sponsor, never knows the sponsor, never knows the sponsor's products. They just talk about it on the air on that script, and they read the same script every day, and they really don't know anything about the sponsor of the product. That's not who I am. I don't do that because I'm actually not going to have a sponsor that I don't believe in or that I know or things like that, So appreciate you all out there in a big-time way. Thank you so much. What else do we have here? I could see that as well. Not high on Tua with all the injuries besides the hip. This is why Sports Talk will evolve. Interaction between the show and listeners. This show is going to blow up. Well, let's hope so. You guys are doing a great job with the downloads. Our downloads are increasing every month by about 25 to 30+%. It's been like the last 2 months, it's been like around 33% the increase. So basically a third, we're adding a third of a new audience every single month on the show. And we're doing it again this month, which is truly amazing to have these kind of numbers. So there you go. Ron Adams says, it was $9.99 when I hit subscribe. I hope I was 1,000. I don't know. Can I look at it and find out who was number 1,000? I don't know if I can do that. Let's see.
When you get to 1,000, a bunch of bells and whistles open up. So we may be able to find out that information.
All
it's
right.
possible, you know.
Okay. There you go. I don't know if we can, but we'll see. All right. And now I don't know. And after 1,000, it just says 1K on it now. So I have no idea what's. I guess we won't know when we get
1.5K.
Yeah, all
probably
that.
Be the next chime.
It may be.
It'd be nice if they did it by a 10th. You know, we got 1.1.
Yeah, I don't know if how they do that. 72 Fins low. Big O, are you going to Vegas for the draft? Dude, do you watch this show every day? Are you sure about that? Seriously? Like, you have not caught us like we're hosting for 3 days at Tommy Rockers the entire draft? Like, we're going to be there from the 20th to the 27th? We're going to be actually out in the West Coast even earlier than that because we're going to go see.
Baked and hasn't come out of the fog yet.
I guess so, man. I guess 72 Fins logo. Wake and bake. 72 Fins logo. Are you flying high? What's wrong with you?
He took NorCal's suggestion and is oblivious.
Yes. This is pretty good looking stuff, isn't it? I got to tell you. Looks good. So come on out here.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it? Looks really good. I got to tell you, man. Big O, I will join in on the praise on your 1K day. Thank you, and Bill. Thank you, Dougie Fresh.
Thank you, man.
72 Fins logo says, yes, I do, but things can change. Come on, 72 Fins logo. You better get your ass out there to Vegas. We've been talking about Vegas now for a couple of months, man. We're the only show in South Florida that's going to be rocking there for 3 days. Nobody else is going to. No, the cheap-ass radio stations that they have in town now, they can't even afford to go to Las Vegas for the draft. They're not going to have their draft shows out there for 3 days. Well, first of all, the cheap-ass stations in town, I know because I worked for the cheap-ass station in town, okay? You know what they would tell? Well, we're only doing the first day. That's all. That's it. I didn't have to do back at least when we were run by Joe Bell. That was the last time that we were still a real radio station. Joe Bell had me do all 3 days because Joe had the same passion I did about covering sports, like actually covering sports. First of all, you've got to get shows that actually really can talk sports. That's the other thing, my friends. You're not getting every single day anymore. So that's a whole different ball game. All right? So yes, 72 Fins logo. We are going to be in Vegas. We're going to be there for a whole week having fun.
Those stations don't even pay people to go to West Palm.
Yeah.
Let alone go to Vegas.
Vegas, baby. Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. The dispensaries in Vegas are open 24 hours.
You move on up.
That's right. So come on out here. Hey, man, we're out here at VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road. Come on out here, man. 72 Fins logo says, I'm going to Vegas. Brian Fart, Big O, yes, you've been talking about it. There you go. Zach Wiley says, way to support the locals, Big O. Hey, man, we are local. That's the other thing. how many people on radio here locally are actually born in this town and raised in this town? Very few. Yours truly, baby. Born in Palm Beach County, raised in Little Havana. How weird is that? You're born in Belle Glade and then you are raised in Little Havana and Hialeah. Kind of a little bit of both. All right, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Speaking of Twitter, we had a poll question yesterday on Twitter. What are your thoughts on TMZ breaking the Kobe Bryant story before the family was told? 72% of you say it's wrong. 28% said it's their job, no problem. So 3/4 of you did not like it. But let me tell you something. Here's where it's kind of a thing that you got to accept. Listen, if you want to be famous, that comes with it, man. And people that are searching for fame, whether you want to be an actor, whether you want to be a politician, you want to be a musician, or you want to be a athlete, you want to send out a tweet, right? And then you want hundreds and thousands of people to retweet it, right? That's part of being famous. You're at a restaurant and people are taking pictures. That happens. You're at a red carpet and there are a slew of people taking pictures and they want to see you. This is the way it is. And they're buying magazines to find out about what you eat and who you're hanging out with and what your favorite music is and whatever. This is part of fame. And they want to know when you go to the bathroom, what you eat, who you're dressing, what you're dressing, what you have on, what suit, who you're going out with, and when you die. It's just part of it. If you want privacy, then don't be famous. But if you're searching for fame, there are things that you are now saying, okay, I'm willing to give this up. And privacy is one of them. That's just the way it is. Whether you think it's right or it's wrong, the bottom line, it's reality. The reality is, this is how we play this game, man. And, I was talking about this on Mobile today because obviously I've been doing a segment with the folks in Mobile for 20 years since I've been going there. And this started with John F. Kennedy, man. When he got shot in front of our eyes and we wanted to find out more and more information about it, this is the way it is. This is the wave of electronic media now. And now we find out about something that happens halfway around the world. We knew about everything going on in Australia right on our phones. And we know about the tragedy in Australia because of electronic media. So this is just part of it. It sucks for Kobe. It sucks for Vanessa that she had to find out that her husband died through TMZ. But the benefits of being famous probably outweigh the negatives because you're benefiting from them in all kinds of ways that end up in your pocket, in your bank account. So this is the part that is a negative. So be it. It's the price you have to pay to be famous. So don't be a politician then. Don't be the actor. Don't be the actress. Don't be the rock star. If you're looking for, it's like that commercial, that guy that he has that crowd running after him and he throws the shoe and they all are killing themselves for the shoe, and then he tries to hide in the bar, but then while he's drinking, he looks over at the window and they're all waiting for him again to leave the bar. That's just, man, you want to be famous, right? You want to be the famous tennis player, the rock star? You want to be the famous athlete? You want to be the famous soccer star? This is kind of that. This is what comes with the territory. And whether you think TMZ is right or wrong, they're doing a job that everybody else is doing. And if TMZ didn't break it, ABC was going to get it. And if ABC didn't get it, then it was going to be Variety. And if Variety didn't get it, it was going to be E. But somebody was going to get it. And somebody was going to post it. TMZ just happens to be first at it. That's all. But, you know, I don't think it's a right or wrong now. I just think it's our society. It's what we've developed. And as long as actors want to put all their lives out there like they have for 50 plus years, and they do more of it now than ever on social media, you're welcoming the world into your world. You never find out about Neil Peart until he passed away and days after, because that's how Neil Peart was the entire time. You really didn't find out much about Tiger because Tiger stayed secluded. So you're going to either, if you are not willing to be a hermit crab, then I'm sorry, you're going to be out in the public's eye. So that's where that poll question, you know, I get the people that say it's wrong, but that's just not reality anymore. And that's what's changed. Big O about subscription counts. YouTube abbreviates subscription counts everywhere except in a creator's private studio dashboard. Your subscribers will always see only 3 digits. For example, 1.0. Ah, okay. I see. All right. Every QB coming out of college is not guaranteed success. It's a crapshoot. Yes, it is. You're right about that. It was wrong, but as a media outlet, it's their job to report the news as it's breaking. I don't think the news world have been taken well anyway. It was given to the families. I don't know. I mean, either way, just if she found out by TMZ or she found out by authorities, the sad part is this is the world that she lives in because of Kobe, you know? And it's not right or wrong. It's just what we're in now. And like I said, if you want privacy, don't become famous then. I'm sorry. It just privacy and fame don't go hand in hand. 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, better yet, you want to come on by. We are out here, man, at VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road. Come on out here, man. Go to the website, vsswestpines.com. If you're here by 3, you can come on by and say hi. Would love to meet you. But if you can't come by, then come out here and see Jason and Alex and Tommy and Jose and Sasha, all the great people out here at VSS West Pines. They will take care of you, man. Got people coming in with Heat gear, with Kobe gear today.
You know, talking about the news and then, you know, talking about, hey, he passed away. It's not as bad as like the paparazzi following Princess Diana down that tunnel and stuff. And it's not to that extreme, let's say.
No, it's not. But
they're not digging through their trash. You know, the excessive, those people.
Well, not yet, at least. But we haven't seen that yet. But yeah,
they're just reporting news. It is news.
Yeah, but
if you don't, like you pointed out, somebody else is.
Right. That's a fact. But I think the part that bothers people is if they find out that Vanessa found out that way. And not somebody from the authorities to call in and call her and say,
there is an element,
Mrs. Bryant, we want to inform you that there's been a helicopter crash and that your husband and your daughter did not survive. And maybe she gets that instead of, because think about it, if she didn't see the report, others did, and now they're texting her saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I just heard the news. And then She hadn't heard the news yet. So then other people are telling her about two of the people that she loves most in the world are dead.
Oh.
Think about it. So that's the part that enrages people. But unfortunately, the world that we're in and the world that Kobe chose to be in has allowed this already. This has kind of been part of it. And that's why. And that's why I told you, like, dating back to John F. K. You know, media started digging in on that right from the get-go. And why? Because we've had that power of electronic media where we can get information quickly. Phone, TV, radio, satellite, you name it, we have access. And it's here. We all find out about everything at any time. You guys can download our show anytime. This is why this kind of format is growing and live radio is dying. Because you all out there are not watching live TV and live radio nearly as much anymore. You listen to radio on your time. You download on your demand. Because you don't get a lot of commercials. You get straight talk. You don't have to wait for an 8-minute break. You're getting a sports update you really don't need anymore because you got your sports update here. You want your traffic? You got your Waze here. You know?
You don't have to wear a watch.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just crazy. It's just, there's a lot of things they're doing that just waste your time, and you know it already. So you don't see it. That's why you get home, and outside of a sporting event and news, a lot of people aren't watching live shows anymore. You'll go watch them after you DVR'd them, or if you still have a DVR, you're eliminating that too. Now you're just going to, Hulu and Amazon Prime and Netflix to watch your shows and binge. So it's a different world, man. And as it evolves and as it changes, you all are adjusting. I would, I'm blessed, because Bill and I would not be able to do this 5-10 years ago. There's no way I could survive with this. But now, the radio signal is not important anymore. People have smart cars and smartphones. And if your car is not a smart car that you can have apps and listen to it all, then you have an auxiliary connection that you then connect your phone and you can listen to our show. I see our numbers. They spike in morning and afternoon drive. Just the downloads, like 70% increase in the morning and afternoons because you guys are listening to us on your way to work or on your way home. It's really, really cool. And that's because a lot of people can listen to us now in the car. There are people listening to us right now live in the car. But hey, by the way, give me a little time here. We're gonna get to listen live very soon. Very soon, you're gonna have a listen live button.
You know what's great?
Very
Working
soon.
and getting paid. Well,
that helps. That helps.
It
That
really
helps,
does help pay the bills.
That really helps to have an employer that pays the bills. Yes. No, that always helps. Yeah, it's no fun to work for somebody that thinks you can work for free or something. Yeah, we got those kind of scumbags in this world. Chris Ryle says, I love VSS West Pines. Thank you for going live from the shop. We love. There you go.
We've actually had a blast today, man.
Yeah, well.
From the minute I got here.
Of course.
Hanging out with Alex and Jose.
Of course.
Been a good day.
That was expected, man. Come on. Yeah. It's impossible not to have fun out here. You got great music going on, great people here. These guys are the easiest to get along with. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. And you can't beat an R2-D2 pipe. Come on.
Yeah, you can. Darth Vader up there.
Well, yeah, the Darth Vader one. Yeah, but
Darth Vader up there will beat R2-D2.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I do have a big, giant Darth Vader pipe here. But listen, the good thing is when you get these kind of pipes, you know the force is with you. I mean, that's, you got force, you got CBD, you're set. It's a beautiful thing. And it does CBD does wonders for pain. My wife is like, she's loving it. Okay, she's got this balm. What's that balm you guys gave me? That gold and copper one in that little box? What's it called? Help friendly what? You show it to me so I can show it to them. Because if you want to buy a balm that works on pain, my wife has this back pain it's a shoulder pain, I'm sorry, that she's had for like a month and a half. This is the one. This is what another okay, scented. Okay. So this one's unscented, the one I got from my wife, and it's called the Helping Friendly Salva. See it there? Buy this. Okay? This one's scented. It's orange. There. You see it? This one my wife puts on every single night. It doesn't stain your clothes. It doesn't smell. So just in case you're worried about that kind of stuff, your clothes will be fine. So it's really, really cool. And it's all natural, man. It's CBD. And it goes right into the pores. It gets into that muscle. My wife all of a sudden has way more flexibility. Again, you can get it here at VSS West Pines. The Helping Friendly Salva. Right there. That's the unscented one. That's the one my wife gets. This one is the orange one. Okay? I don't know how that one. I know this one because I see it with my wife. And she, I'm telling you, it helps her back pain in a big time way. So CBD is something you definitely want to look out. Carrie42 says, my favorite place to be. Well, come on out. How can you not love this place? Great place. Look at the music, all kinds of different things to buy. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Get in the flower zone.
All kinds of different stuff to use to
yes.
make you happy.
Yes, very happy. That's the good thing. You walk out of here happy. Right. That's the beauty. You're going to definitely walk out of here happy. VSS West Pines, the happy place to be. That's I like that. The happy place to be where you get your CBD. All right, let's take a quick break. Manny Navarro. I think he likes CBD also. It is time for our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report. We do it every week at this time. Time to talk a little Canes football. We do it in a couple of minutes with Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Next.
Plus tax tag title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
All righty. We are surrounded by CBD gummies here at VSS West Pines. Come on out here and have some fun. I don't know why Manny Navarro's not out here with us. He lives in the Pembroke Pines area. And when you talk about pine, you want to come on out to VSS West Pines. You know what I'm saying? For all your pinery needs. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Catch his work at The Athletic. It's our Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes report. Oh, we're at VSS West Pines. We're talking CBD. And you know what? Green is part of the Miami Hurricanes also. How about that? See, everything's coming full circle,
It's
baby.
all about the green.
It's all about the green. That's right. All about the green. All right. Anyway, Manny, we've had enough fun here. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great over yourself.
Yeah, no, while I'm saying it's all about the green, I'm shaking this big old tub that has all kinds of CBD bud in it. And it's too funny, bro. It's too funny. It looks exactly like the real thing, man. I'm telling you. Well, it's actually the real thing. But anyway, it's just CBD. All right, Manny, let's get into our Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes report. First of all, the transfer portal has been active incoming. Well, now it's very active outgoing. So fill us in on what's been going on the last week.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Miami went out and they got Derek King and Quincy Roche, defensive end from Temple, two very good players, and then of course they ended up losing a quarterback in Jaron Williams, and then a defensive end in Scott Patchen. So every time you bring something in, something goes out the door. That's usually the way that it works, and so that's what happened. I think losing Patchen, you lose a little bit of experience at the defensive end position, but that's one of the positions on the team where you're loaded with guys, especially a lot of incoming freshmen, guys who were redshirted last year. Chance Williams is the big recruit that they got on the defensive side of the ball. He's an All-American, top 100 kid. He's a defensive end. You got some guys that are coming back from last year, as I mentioned. And then, of course, you got, Gregory Rousseau, who's a beast and one of the best in the country. Him and Roche are going to get the majority of the snaps at that position. So it made sense for Patchen to leave. And then, of course, Jaron Williams, look, the guy's been threatening to leave, right, since his freshman year.
Yeah.
And I think the moment it became clear to him and his family that Miami was going to go out and get a grad transfer quarterback, that's when he started looking. And so now he's in that process. He's in the transfer portal as well. And, I know from talking to his lawyer that the hope is he could play right away wherever he transfers to. But, again, that all is based off of appeals and whether or not the NCAA wants to grant it. But Scott Patchen will play in 2020. Jaron Williams will find out.
All right. Are you hearing anything else? Is Perry going to stay or is he going to go, as the Clash would say?
Yeah, I think Perry's going to stay. The one thing I heard about N'Kosi Perry years ago, and I feel pretty strongly about this, knowing some of his people, is that he wasn't going to leave Miami. He's not going to leave Miami. His whole thing is he likes being here. He likes being a part of the Canes. And I think the only way he would is if he gets to next year when he graduates. He's going to graduate, I guess, in December. And he has the opportunity to play right away someplace else, and he's not the guy here, then that's probably more likely. But I think the kid's going to get his degree here at Miami. He'll stick around and compete for the backup job. And, Derek King is obviously a very talented weapon, 5'11", 195, and very elusive. But if he takes a hit, you're going to need somebody to back him up. And I think N'Kosi is interested in that job, and he thinks he's the best guy for that job.
Interesting stuff. Manny Navarro, of course, from The Athletic, joining us here in our Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes report. 2511 South University Drive in Davie. Go visit Brett and all the great people out there so you can get your Canes Wear stuff. All right, Manny, so we see some of the changes now going on. What is the latest on the coaching side?
Well, I mean, we're still waiting for them to hire a wide receivers coach. I know that Manny Diaz has sort of a short list of guys that he's working through. Ultimately, Rhett Lashley, the offensive coordinator, is going to have some say in that. But that's basically the one position as far as an assistant coach that needs to be filled and changed. And then as far as the chief of staff, I know that Miami is still looking to fill that role. And Manny Diaz would like to have somebody in that role. Whether or not that gets finalized and they get the guy that they want is a different story. But I think, there's certainly interest in that. So we're basically in a holding pattern. We're waiting for them to actually make progress with it and for some real candidates to emerge.
So wait a minute. So Manny wants a guy that he can control to put at that spot.
Right. Which is the way it really is in which is the way it really is in college football anyway.
But that's not that's really counterproductive. You actually need somebody that may be more neutral and can actually check your ass. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So then why hire somebody that's just going to be his do-boy?
Well, because the head coach nowadays in college football has a lot of responsibilities, right? He's got to do a ton of stuff, and this is a way to dish off some of those responsibilities and to create another position on the staff. Now, obviously, that guy can't go out and recruit. The chief of staff can't go out and recruit, but he can handle a lot of the day-to-day stuff that allows Manny Diaz to get involved more with the coaching than with the paperwork and the other stuff that a head coach has to handle.
All right, Manny, what else is anything new on the recruiting front?
Yeah, they got a commitment. They had Junior Day over the weekend, and they got a commitment from a 2021 kid, a Miami Northwestern linebacker who's who's unranked, a guy who's not very highly touted, but a guy that the coaching staff likes. That saw play for a state championship winning team, and they really like him. And they're also in pursuit of an offensive lineman, a center, from Christopher Columbus, another state championship winning team. I mean, the focus has kind of shifted, man. There's not many spots left with the 2020 recruiting class. I think it's kind of being left open for grad transfers and for guys that can come in and make an immediate impact. So really the coaches have pretty much already moved on to the 2021 class and trying to fill those spots and trying to figure out, hey, this is where we're going to have holes. This is where we could lose guys to the draft. How do we address those needs, and which kind of kids can we get that are going to be committed and stay committed, not just, sort of play the recruiting game. And so Manny Diaz, whenever you have kids on campus, it's a big deal. And they had a bunch of kids on campus over the weekend, and they got to meet their parents and talk to them and get to know them better and see what kind of characters these kids really are, and sort of kick off the real recruitment. I mean, now this is the time of year where you recruit all the way up until about the summer, and that's when the kids decide, the majority of them, I would say more than half, and then you have that second half of kids who wait a little bit longer to take their official visits, and then they commit after that. I think Miami's, like most college programs, they try to get the recruiting done as early as possible, man. And so this weekend was a good opportunity to, I think, really meet the parents and the kids and really get to know them. And we'll see now over the next couple months how the class goes out.
All right. You wrote an article about the 2020 schedule, and you said that they should win at least 8 games. Were you being nice? Right? Because no, seriously, because I see that schedule, and I think they should win more than 8 games. But I'm just wondering if you were just being nice to say this should be like the worst base of games that you should win is 8 games. Should be like a bad year.
What I am is a guy who's been burned far too many times making big predictions for Miami. So now I'm going with the under, if you know what I'm talking about.
No, hey, I said last night, take the Magic and the points. So what the hell? Because they're always, I figured, okay, if Miami wins, they'll barely win this damn game. Take the Magic and the points, and there you go. They finally woke up and kicked their ass the way they're supposed to kick their ass. So I get it. You're a little jaded. Yeah, I'm sitting there going, man, they should win 9 or 10 games easily with this schedule. But when you said 8, I'm going, okay, I think he's just being nice here on this one.
Well, I'll tell you this. They should be favored in almost every game that they play.
Yeah.
Once again.
Yeah.
But again, that meant very little last year because they were favored, I think, in 11 of the 12 that they played. So, you can't take that seriously. But on paper, there are some good teams. I mean, I think North Carolina, I tried to go through it and say who's going to be really good, and I really broke down the rosters of everybody that they're playing against. Pittsburgh has a lot of that defense back. Pat Narduzzi's a very good defensive coach. Is Miami better than Pittsburgh? Yes. Will Miami prove to be better than Pittsburgh when they play? That's another story. And then North Carolina, obviously, with Sam Howell, the quarterback, who lit them up last year. They've got they got 2,000-yard receivers back. They've got, 2 running backs, one of them who ran for 1,000, the other one was just shy. They got to replace some guys on defense, but Mac Brown is a damn good coach, man, and he's won a championship before. He's got a good recruiting class coming into North Carolina this year, including a 5-star defensive end guy who was all-world. And so, to me, North Carolina, always a dangerous game for Miami. They actually lead the all-time series now with the Canes, by the way, Mm-hmm. And it's more than just hoops. They also own us in football. So, it's a dangerous game. And so I picked those as the losses. And then, Virginia Tech. That Virginia Tech beat them last year. Yeah. Playing at that field is never easy up there in Hokie Land. And I know they've lost some kids recently to the transfer portal, but they feel good about a lot of the guys that got coming back, including the quarterback who was a massive headache for Miami last season, Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, you're right. But, the Sam Howell kid from North Carolina, I'm amazed, man, at a freshman playing the way he plays. That kid plays like a seasoned veteran, dude. That was a find right there, man.
And he was supposed to end up at Florida State, by the way. He was committed to Florida State for the longest time. Ended up switching. He's from North Carolina, and then with the struggles that FSU had, they lost him. So.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. What are we expecting from Lashley and King? Because it's almost like that hype in itself has been, kind of, brought up by a lot of people. A lot of people are expecting a lot of big things from that combination being added to this offense.
Well, I mean, look, first of all, Miami's never played this kind of offense, right? This spread, no huddle that so many other college teams employ. And Lashley is one of the best. He comes from the coaching tree of one of the best, and Gus Malzahn, who has obviously produced some good players at Auburn over the years on that side of the ball. And so, Lashley went this past year to SMU, kind of was exposed a little bit more to the air raid system. So his system, it's kind of a little different than Gus's in that it's more air raid type elements because of the influence he had coaching at SMU. But it's going to be a unique offense. And this kid, D'Eriq King, and everybody's like, whoa, you guys, Miami got a big-time quarterback last year in Tate Martell, and look what he did. Well, this is too, you're not comparing apples to apples here. D'Eriq King has done it at the college level. 50 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions. Tate Martell threw 28 passes total at Ohio State. He was a complete and total hype machine. This kid has actually proven it at this level, and I think I mentioned this in one of my stories, but D'Eriq King, there's only 5 quarterbacks who have had a better touchdown to interception ratio in the last 5 years than D'Eriq King, and all of them were either Heisman winners or first round picks. So to me, in terms of a college quarterback, he's got all the goods, and he's sort of perfect for this system that Gus Malzahn, ran with Brett Lashley at Auburn, where you've got this elusive quarterback. Nick Marshall is sort of who D'Eriq King sort of compares to. Nick Marshall, was ran for over 700 yards and threw for close to 3,000 yards with that Auburn offense in 2014. So I think that's what you're going to see out of Miami, and you're going to see out of D'Eriq King this year.
Good stuff as always. Manny, what are you guys working on there at the Athletics so folks can check you out on the Canes? I know you've been doing some Heat stuff too.
Yeah, I was at the Heat game last Friday. I'm supposed to go again tonight for the Celtics game. I put up, I projected the depth charts for offense and defense for 2020. Those are two of the more recent articles that I've written, and I'm doing some Super Bowl stuff this week. As far as parties and the seedy side of Miami, brother, where, there's some crazy parties that are going to be coming up. I wish I was going to them. I don't know if you know, Adrian James, I guess through this party last year in Atlanta, this is now the second year that it's called the Stripper Bowl. It's a party the day after the game where I think they give close to $1 million away to the best stripper in the Stripper Bowl. So that's a Miami party. That's a Miami thing, and I don't know if you've got tickets for it or not, but I know a lot of.
I got to reach out to Edge. I want to broadcast that. I want to take the show there, and I'll do the play-by-play.
Yes, well, Edge is.
I think I was made for that play-by-play right there. I think I can do that play-by-play right there. That would be right up my alley.
Monday night in downtown Miami, Edge. You got to just follow him on Twitter. Not Twitter, on Instagram. Look it up. He's got some photos and some video. Reach out to him. See if he'll let you do some play-by-play.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna reach out to Edge and see if we can go do the stripper play-by-play. And the top stripper wins $1 million. Wow, that is awesome. Maybe I'll learn to strip by then. What the hell? Let me start warming up right now. I could use that damn money, bro. Come on. That is awesome. All right, Manny. Good stuff as always, my brother. Thank you for taking some time. You're the best.
All right, guys. Take care.
You got it. There you go. The great Manny Navarro from The Athletic in our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report. Hey, and don't forget that at Caneswear, Jimmy Murphy is going to be out there on February 8th, I think. I believe it's February 8th. He's going to be out there, and he'll be ready to sign some autographs for you guys from 4 to 6 p.m. February 8th at Caneswear, 2511 South University Drive. He'll sign autographs, take pictures, all of that good thing. It's a Canes thing, baby. You got to get out there for Caneswear and meet Jimmy Murphy. Now, if you don't want to meet Jimmy Murphy, you can go out and get all kinds of stuff. We got the baseball season rolling around. Maybe you want to get a new baseball hat from the Canes. Basketball season's in full swing. You want to get some basketball stuff, all of that, or get ready for football next year. You can do that too, man. It's a beautiful thing. So make sure you follow them on Twitter at Canes_wear, or go to the website caneswear.com. And if you order over $99, you will get free shipping. How about that? It's a beautiful thing. All right, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. Dougie Fresh says, please reward your listeners for getting to 1K. Please broadcast from the Stripper Bowl. Well, Dougie Fresh, if I can get in contact with Edge, I will do the Stripper Bowl on Monday. You know, it's somehow or another you got to get me in contact with Edge. I got to find a way, and then I'll reach out to Edge and see if I can do my my show from there.
Yeah, you wouldn't say no. You don't say no to going and seeing naked girls.
No, not at all.
Thank you.
Now we may be limited when we go there, or they may not allow us to put the camera on the strippers. Camera may just be on me, and you just might get my reaction of seeing the strippers and calling the pole by pole. I don't know what you want to call it.
Spin by spin.
It's not play by play, right? So I don't know what it is.
Spin by spin.
I don't know what it is, but, you know.
Well, they spin on the pole. So it'd be spin by spin, right?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. Something like that.
Some chicks are really talented and
Yeah.
are able to hang upside down. You get a
Right.
special view.
You're right. We have the CBD gummies, just CBD. These are the Sour Bears. And as you can see, there are little bears in there. See? CBD gummy Sour Bears, 250 milligrams. And we've got the CBD gummy ribbons. See? Little ribbons. 750 milligrams of CBD in here. There you go. And then, of course, these are the gummy bears, the Sour Bears, and again, 750 milligrams on these big babies right there. How about that? So if you're looking for CBD gummies, they have them here. Oh, this is the other thing that they have at VSS West Pines. My wife is using these now all the time. She uses, I think she's doing one a week of these. They're masks. They're CBD masks. You only put them on for 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. Instructions are there. Super simple. You know, it can't be any easier. Trust me. And your face becomes like refreshed is what my wife says. I haven't tried it myself yet. These guys want me to try it. I haven't tried it yet. But the ladies love it because I know my wife uses it all the freaking time. The only thing that I have used so far has been for sleeping. And they have CBD flour. They have CBD oils. They have CBD dabs. They have all kinds of different CBD products that help you sleep. Okay? We had the dabber here, that other one earlier on. I tried that. Here, I didn't purchase that one. The stuff that I purchased was flour and oil that I tried, and it really, really helps. The only thing is I have to do the oil, not the flour, because it does something to my voice the next day. My voice becomes rough. It's kind of like when I smoke a cigar or something, and the voice becomes rough. It's almost like if I would do 8-10 hours straight of radio. Like I did a couple Fridays ago that I did 3 radio shows. By that third radio show, I felt like I had smoked flour or a cigar or something like that. I felt like Louis Armstrong. You know, it was one of those deals.
That was during the holiday, right? That was
I forgot what it was. Yeah.
The Friday.
It was a Friday.
Between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah. I did 3 radio shows in one day. I'll never do that again. No, that was just too much. I committed to Sirius, and I forgot that I had, because we do 2 on Friday. And at that point, it was like, well, wait a minute, I messed up on
double
that
dip
one.
wasn't enough. You needed the
Triple dip, no, man. And by the way, we are on Sirius this Sunday leading up to the Super Bowl. We're on 3 to 625. So next year, we will be hosting our own Super Bowl party somewhere. I think we will. I think we will. By then, we'll have a lot of things established. This afternoon, something very exciting is happening that I cannot wait for when I leave from here. We're going to, obviously, this is fun, but where we're going and what we're about to see, it might be something that might be a part of your lives very soon. So there you go. Nico says, just CBD gummies are awesome. I take one every night. I sleep like a baby. There you go. CBD gummies. CBD is just one of those products that it's a blessing. It really is. It helps people in so many different ways. We'll see. Eventually the real stuff will be legal everywhere. It is now, and people don't have to have and deal with this stuff with stigmas. Like, people look at this stuff and they think it's weed, and it's not. This is actually medicine. This actually helps you. This is good for you. It's not anything that you should be ashamed to use. I know this kind of looks like the real stuff. It is real, but it's real CBD. And this is going to help you with stress and anxiety. It's going to help you sleep. It's going to help you with so many different things that people have to deal with, man, on an everyday basis. And you should not be afraid to use something that's going to better your life. And that's when you walk in here to VSS West Pines, you got a bunch of things that can better your life. You know what I mean? And these guys are pros. That's what you're going to love about Jose, Alex, all these guys out here, and ladies, because Sasha's out here too. They will inform you on all of these products and what you're looking for. And don't be ashamed to use any of this stuff, man. You're not using anything illegal. You're using something very legal and very good for you.
Maybe one day Washington, D.C. will get with the times, get their hat out of their butt.
Oh, they will. No, I mean, it's coming. It's the inevitable. Plus, they see how much money they're making off of it by taxing it. So in the end, that's what's going to attract them more than anything else. Okay? Let's see. Okay, no, nothing big there coming through. Definitely, at least not even sports. Some new stuff that is coming through, but we're not doing that anymore. We're pretty much sports and music and fun and stuff like that.
You know what you could do?
Take a break.
Yes, sir.
So let's take a quick break. I do want to tell you about Murias Dental. Love talking about Eric Murias and his family. He and his father have built an incredible place. And let me tell you, call them, 305-821-0231. They are the Invisalign and implant experts. I have my Invisaligns on every single day, and I'm looking to straighten out my bottom teeth. They're actually straightening out both levels. My tops weren't really that bad, but they're going to leave them really nice. And then my bottoms here especially were terrible. My middle tooth dropped way back, and then the two teeth beside it just jumped in front pretty much. You know what I mean? And so now they're separating it and pushing that tooth forward so everything's aligned, which is just, wow. It's a blessing. So when you guys see me in the draft, I will have straight teeth by then. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to have a nice, and then when you have a nice smile, you tend to smile all the way, right? When you're not comfortable with your smile, you'll smile, but no teeth because you're not confident. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for an implant, Invisalign, you want to get your teeth cleaned, you need to get a cavity filled, you want a crown, root canal, they have state-of-the-art equipment. Call them, 305-821-0231. They are the implant and Invisalign experts. They are amazing. 305-821-0231. Or go online to muriasdental.com.
I'm out there to to be prepared and to make it to where you have no idea what's coming. And now all of a sudden you take that away from me. That is literally my job, and you've now taken that away from me. And now you have the best.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SCT on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodsey can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We are back. VSS West Pines having some fun. We're with one of the owners here, Jose, of course. And I tell you all the time, 12397 Pembroke Road here in Pembroke Pines. Come on out here. All of your CBD needs. And you guys know, anybody that follows me I'm a big dog guy. We got 4 dogs at home. We love our dogs. We treat them like they're our kids. And one of the things that I know about dogs is sometimes they have anxiety, and, you know, whether it's fireworks or whether it's thunder, they have their moments where they get nervous and things like that. And you want to calm them down, and you want to keep them like even keel. Well, they've got CBD products for pets here. Like these are beef wraps, 100 milligrams there. They've got them in steak bites. They've got the pet hemp oil made with natural salmon oil, too, on top of all of that. They've got the joint care hemp, where they've got 60 soft chews that taste like chicken and duck. Now, and Jose's with me here, the owner. Jose, explain a little bit why pet owners use these things, because I kind of explained it a little bit, but you're more of an expert.
Well, just like you were saying, a lot of people treat their pets just like their family.
Yes.
Or sometimes better than family, to be honest with you. I've seen people cry more for their dogs than their grandmas when they passed away.
Sometimes.
So when it comes to this stuff, we want to get the best stuff for our friends or our family members, and this stuff does it. When dogs have like anxiety or they're stressed or anything like that, you can give them the CBD treats, and it helps them calm down. It helps them with what some people call the shakes, light tremors that sometimes dogs have. It helps with that. Mm-hmm. It helps with skin care, joint care, their coat of their hair. It's just a really great product. It's great for humans. It's great for dogs. And we sell it in all different kinds of ways. So if your dog doesn't like oils, or doesn't like treats, we'll figure out a way to get it inside him to make sure that it works out for him.
Now, the other thing, if you want to use it for your pets, if you want to use for yourself, I was explaining the mask.
If you can get that on your pet and make it stay there, that's impressive.
Yeah, that'll be really impressive. Your pet will freak out if they have this on. Completely freak out. My wife has been using this, and she says her face feels re-energized. So explain what the CBD mask does, so the ladies out there can come on out here and get a cucumber, all kinds of different masks.
Just like you said, it's a face mask, and it's great. It refreshes your face. It helps with rosé. It helps with acne. It's a great way to rejuvenate your face, pretty much, if you think it that way. It also comes in a 12 milligram dosage, which is more than enough for your body to absorb when it comes to your skin layer. It's not like you're eating it or anything like that. A lot of times these numbers they're misguided. They kind of steer you the wrong way with these big numbers. When you do anything on your skin or anything kind of transdermal, 20, 15, around that world is more than enough. So these things are made just for people, perfectly for people. It hydrates. Some people feel it, and when they put it on, it helps their skin almost tighten. I've seen a lot of women, when they use it, they'll say that they get a little bit of their crow's feet. It goes away because it kind of tightens up the skin. So it's a good old-fashioned...
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
They'll love that tightening.
Absolutely.
Crow's feet, boy. Women hate that,
yeah,
man.
So it's...
they feel like they're 107 years old when they see it.
All women are beautiful. There's no need for that. But yes, if you want to cheat anyway and you want to get in there and you want to put that on, it's a good product. Great product. CBDFX.
Now, we've been showing the Fly High Hemp Flower, which... been very popular on the chat board. People have been talking a lot about the hemp flower. So you've got plenty of that here, the CBD flower. Talk a little bit about the benefits of that flower.
Oof. You got to go with stress and anxiety. Number one killer in the country, probably heart attacks and stress.
Yes.
So what this brings to the table is that a lot of people don't want to be you don't want to be high. They don't want to be psychoactive. They don't want any of that stuff. But they do want to use or get the benefits of cannabinoids. Not all cannabinoids act the same. For instance, like you said, the CBD. CBD's become real popular recently. You find it with smokable. You find it in oils, tinctures. Like we just said, pet treats. We were just one of the pet treats. But this stuff, you can grab it. You can go ahead and roll it up, just like any conventional form of rolling. And you're going to smoke that, and it's going to help kill the edge of the day, pretty much. But it's not going to go into, like I told you, into that. Nothing psychoactive, nothing euphoric. You're not going to be, like I said, with the classic high. It's not going to
So
be
when
there.
you get home and you're tired of dealing with that a-hole boss of yours.
Oh, God, yeah, smoke this. You'll feel great.
You roll a fatty of this, okay?
The bigger the better.
And then you'll forget about that idiot, the owner or boss of yours, that kind of stuff. Or maybe you work in retail and you dealt with 10 or 15 idiot customers. You know what I'm saying?
It was a long day that day. Long day.
Frustrated at the end of the day. roll a fatty, and you're done. You're relaxed. You're kicking back. You're enjoying. Maybe, just maybe, that loved one of yours isn't being too loved too much lately, right? She's nagging a little bit. He's lazy. He isn't cleaning the house. He isn't picking up the trash. Sweetheart, roll a fatty. Forget about him. You know what I'm saying? Guys, she's driving you crazy. She's, yeah. Roll a fatty. Forget about him. That's what it's all about. Fly high. Telling you, without being high.
And what's important with these
Your
flowers?
body, it's a body high.
God, yes. And what's important with these flowers, they should all come with a COH, with our certificate of analysis. They should all come with like some sort of a code on it for you to be able to verify what you're buying.
Yeah, that's right. Because you guys, everything here is legit. Everything here is.
It's going in your body. It's so important for it to be what it is. You know what I mean? It's so we care about quality. We care about what the company stands for, and we check them out before we bring it in. And once we do, we stand behind it.
That's the other thing. Tell everybody your products here. There's no Mickey Mouse stuff. You are using top of the line.
Oh God, yes.
CBD products. You've been at this. You're like one of the pioneers. Okay. You and Alex have been pioneering in this.
And
era
Jason.
And Jason. That's right.
He was part of one of the original companies that we started for CBDs about 8 years ago or so, maybe like 7 years ago.
Can the T-Rex reach the top of the shelves? Oh, he can. All right. He extended.
T-Rex can reach. The T-Rex can reach.
He extended. Okay.
So yeah, we've been in the CBD game for maybe about 7 years or so. You know, starting from I'm doing tinctures and then going into dabbables. It's been a love-hate relationship with CBD for a long time. We see what it could do. We try to explain to people. We find a lot of stigma, which is people just being like, "Oh, I don't want to be high," and it's like nothing to do with that.
Right. It's not.
You know, so it's like I said, it was a love-hate. But I mean, I give it to everybody, all my family members. When my father had knee surgery, we rubbed it on his knee to help with the inflammation. For my mom, when she's having trouble sleeping, she'll take a couple of drops at nighttime and she'll go to sleep. In the mornings or in afternoons, if I'm drinking some tea, I'll get some honey and I'll use some CBD-based honey and I'll use that as my sweetener. Like I said, CBDs and everything, it just does wonders.
Yeah, no doubt. I could tell you because it helps me sleep. And that's why I mainly use it. My wife's been using it for her shoulder pain. And that, by the way,
pain relief. Oh.
That balm she uses, that thing, man, she swears by it now.
And they smell nice.
Yeah. Well, that one's unscented.
Okay, got the unscented one.
She got the unscented one. It doesn't stain her clothes or anything,
Absolutely.
so she can put it on and go to work and not have to worry about it.
That's wonderful.
And you've got patches also.
Oh, we have transdermal patches.
Yes,
absolutely. You want to get into that lower layer of the skin.
She tried the patch too, and it worked also.
Absolutely.
For her.
The transdermal patches are incredible. We carry Mary's. That's one of our main ones. I mean, it gets into the lower level of the epidermis. It goes right in, and it's an incredible product, especially when it comes to pain.
Yeah, and it's time release too, right?
Yeah, I want to say it'll last you somewhere around. They claim about 10 hours, about 12 milligrams an hour, something like that. It's like a 120 milligram patch. It rides. It goes for a while.
Right. So that way you can last all day long while you're at work. You've got that patch working, and you're fine too. And you've got it where you're not stinking out the place. It's not. You're not smelling like Ben Gay and all that. So it's like that's why we fear using that stuff, because it stinks, and then we're gonna smell like it all over the place. And this stuff doesn't.
I mean, that's why we made it a point to bring in like a couple of different companies. Like, and they come with lavender scents and citrus smells, so it's not that typical balm smell. Like when someone walks by and they're like, "Oh my God, are you all right? What happened to you?" So you're not getting that scenario behind your back. You're okay. Especially Jason. Jason loves those things, man. He lives on those pain creams.
Yeah.
I do.
You're that big. You're putting a lot of pressure on those joints. I can imagine. Yes, sir. There you go.
Not to mention, Annie's a skydiver. So
by the way,
that's extra cream.
You guys are selling a Rush lunchbox of 2112. Is that what that is over there?
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
No. That's so cool.
Yeah.
A Rush lunchbox.
Yeah.
Got Pink Floyd also.
Yeah, we got Pink Floyd, Rush, Iron Maiden.
There you go. That's
New York City Transit System. We got a couple ones.
I got it. Where's the Iron Maiden one?
Who doesn't love the lunchbox?
I got to see Iron Maiden one, but the Rush, because we just lost Neil Peart, man. You know what I mean?
We sold it. Oh, we just sold it.
You sold
We
the Iron Maiden one? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But the Rush one is so cool, dude.
Yeah.
It is really nice. 2112. All right. Tell the folks, VSS West Pines, your hours, weekdays and weekends.
VSS West Pines. We're here on Monday through Wednesday, 12 to 10. Thursday, 12 to 11. Friday and Saturday, 12 to 12. Sunday, even the Lord rested, we do 12 to 7. So pretty much every day at 12. And it gets later throughout the week, and let's say at 7 o'clock on Sundays.
There you go. So, if you're going out at night on
that's what's
Friday,
important.
Saturday, you can come on out.
This is South Florida. People don't go out till 11. People don't start going out till 11:30.
Right, and you've got that club feel in here anyway because you've always got the music cranking. You got a great mood going on.
We try.
Great atmosphere.
We try.
Here. Yeah. They even have a tree in the middle of the store, so you got to check it out.
Once again, doesn't everybody?
Yeah. we might be able to do a little our first little live YouTube off since we crossed our numbers soon when we get off. So we'll have a little fun with that. Jose, thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a great sponsor, man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. And come on out and support all the great people out here at VSS West Pines, man. They will definitely take care of you, man. I promise you that. Come on out to VSS West Pines and see Jose and all the great people out here. So we'll have some fun. All right, if you want to get in, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Follow us there. Ian from Brooklyn says, I give my boxer CBD every day for about 6 months, and I can see a big difference. Oh, yeah, no, it helps out when it comes to your dogs. I'm sure it helps your cats out. I'm sure of that, but I know because I've seen it with my dogs. When they get all crazy and stuff like that, I give them a little CBD, and it kind of calms them down, mellows them out. They're not barking nearly as much, and they're not so worried about, I have 2 dogs that get crazy about the fireworks and the gunfire and thunder. The other 2 dogs are like ice. They're like, hey, what's going on? No big deal. Everybody's different, right? We're all wired differently. So are our dogs. The dogs are also wired differently. And then the 2 that get all crazy, they get all anxiety from hearing all the explosions and all that stuff for thunder. Those are the 2 that we give them CBD. Yep. Maiden, my big dog, she doesn't care. She's just like, whatever, And then Ollie, my short-haired Chihuahua, again, he doesn't flinch for anything, dude. He is a cool customer. It's the other 2. It's Ziggy and Flash. They get crazy with any of the thunder and gunfire because you know how it is. July 4th, you get gunfire. 31st, it's not just fireworks. It's gunfire. And then when there's thunder and a storm comes in, those 2 are freaking out constantly. And I know it happens to a lot of your dogs. So you can do it right here, man. VSS West Pines. And, of course, make sure you tell them that we sent you out here at VSS West Pines. Please make sure you mention that always to any of our sponsors that we go out to. All right? We are very grateful to our sponsors that make it nice and easy for us to broadcast and grow this entire thing here. Anyway, what else do we have going on? We got the Panthers off for a couple nights. We got the Heat back in action tonight against the Celtics. A TNT game now. It'll be at 8 o'clock. They pushed the game back to 8 o'clock because TNT is doing a 7 o'clock Kobe Bryant special. So they'll be doing all things Kobe from 7 to 8. I'm sure it's going to be really, really cool what they're going to do. And it was really cool last night watching the league celebrate Kobe. It was also kind of emotional, right? When you see Larry Nance Jr. could not compose himself and had to go into the locker room for a couple of minutes to kind of get that composure and come back out again. Luka Doncic, when he was after the game he wasn't even facing the reporters. Talking about Kobe, he was looking down. because I'm sure he didn't want to look up because he was maybe going to, crack like anybody would. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those emotional nights, and I think we'll get a little bit more of that today in the TNT broadcast with the Heat and the Celtics. Hell of a game tonight for the Miami Heat. Good thing is that they took care of business, and Ron Rothstein was talking about this last night. Nobody played over 33 minutes, and that's a good point that you were able to kind of, keep the minutes. You were able to use your bench, and you had guys that were able to play and help you out, and you kind of controlled that game. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, Bam Adebayo, how do you not put that man in the All-Star game? The season that he's had, the way he's played. I mean, yesterday, I forgot how many double-doubles he's had, but it's a crazy amount to what he had last year. And that's because you've gotten rid of Whiteside. So now he's been able to play. And now he's been able to grow into the position. And my Lord, it was his third triple-double of the season last night. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He's an all-star. I don't know any other way to put it. I don't know what more you need to see from Bam Adebayo. This is not a one-wonder type guy. He's not just a rebounding machine. He's not just a scoring guy. No, this guy's doing everything, man. This guy scores. This guy defends. This guy rebounds. This guy assists. I mean, he does it all. He fills up the stat sheet. He is a valuable player in every way, shape, and form. You need a pick set, he does it. You need a rebound, he gets it. You need a block, he finds a way to get it done. You need points, he scores. Shoots well from the line, shoots well from the field. The only thing he's got left to develop is a three-point game. That's it. But you look at his numbers, you look at his consistency night in and night out, that's all-star to me. We all know Jimmy's an all-star. But this guy, come on, man. It's time to give Bam Adebayo the love he deserves. It's time, and you know what I don't want this year to happen? Well, it's his first year of having a big year. He's got to do it again. Man, he would have done it last year, and then this year would have been his second year if he didn't have Whiteside in the way. How about rewarding somebody for what they do and for what they are? And Bam Adebayo is an all-star, man. I don't think there's any way of looking at it except that way. That dude is an all-star. So give him his due. Let him play in the all-star game. Let him play with the best players on the planet. Oh, get the hell out of here. From what they buy it or something? Online? What they were watching? You guys are lying. Doug and Victoria, you're watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. You purchased this Rush lunchbox for me. That's crazy, man.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. How the hell did you guys? That is very nice of you. I found it so cool, man. I think this is awesome. This is going to go. You know where you're going to see this now, right? You'll see it in my studio now. Okay? We'll put this where the Eiffel Tower is. That way you can kind of see it every day with the Eiffel Tower. When we light up the Eiffel Tower. Thank you, guys, and thank you so much. Doug and Victoria from Pensacola. That is awesome. He put happy 1K from Doug and Victoria in Pensacola. How about that, man? That is too kind, man. Thank you so much. That I don't deserve this, but I will definitely accept it. That's for damn sure. I don't deserve it, but I'll accept it because I had to admit, I'm a 53-year-old man that's happy to have a lunchbox from Rush. That is so freaking cool. That is studly right there, man. I win big time. How about that? That's is nice.
Pretty cool.
That is very, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Let me put my...
What a great day, man. You got a Rush lunchbox. We had 1,000.
Yeah.
And we've been hanging out here all day.
Yes, yes. VSS West Pines, baby.
That tree is really, really groovy.
That's
man.
why I told you that it's not just your CBD needs. You need to come here because there's all kinds of little goodies all over the place that you may want to buy. Think of it this way. I got it. Except if you're young, if you're a Generation Z or a millennial, you may not understand as much. But think about this place like a Barefoot Mailman or a Spencer's with CBD products. Am I too out? What do you think, Jose? I describe VSS West Pines like a Barefoot Mailman or a Spencer's with CBD products. Right? Isn't it kind of like that? Because this is what you would get at Barefoot Mailman. You won't get the CBD products, but you'll get this. Right? Well, yeah, but they were in business for a long time. Right. We all went to the mall. Right. I would go to the mall with my mom, and I would say, hey, I'm going to Barefoot Mailman or Spencer's, whatever. I'll be there. You just go walk around. I'll be there for hours. Yeah, no, it's called the Mall of the Americas. Yeah, Westland Mall is called Mall of the Americas. Yeah. Yeah, no, Westland Mall. And then, and as a kid, you would pound on that glass butterfly to see if you could crack it, right? Remember that there were glass butterflies on the floor all over that mall? And I would run up and I would jump up in the air and just wham! And that thing wouldn't budge, bro. It wouldn't budge whatsoever. So, Funorama. That's Westland Mall. Yes. Funorama and Farrell's. Come on. That was the life right there. Wish I had a Whiteside back. Said no Heat fan ever. You're right. Doug in Victoria. Wow. I can't say enough about this, man. Oh, hey. There we go. I got a spot for the Rush lunchbox. How about that? It's a beautiful thing. You were able to include it all in the picture? Little 2112?
Well, yeah.
There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's all there. Hey, here's a song my wife dedicates to me all the time. Creep. I'm a creep. Damn. Little Radiohead. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. We're coming to you live from VSS West Pines. Come on out here, man. 12397 Pembroke Road. If you can't be out here between 11 and 3 while we're out here, come on out anytime. Like Jose told you, they're open late almost every night, 11, 12 o'clock at night. So you got plenty of time after work to come on by, get your CBD oils, get your vaping oils. They've got all the different kinds of rolling papers from raw and smoking, you name it. They've got all kinds of water pipes here from $19.99 and up. All right. I mean, I'm telling you, all kinds of creative little things here, like a Rush lunchbox. They had a Rush lunchbox. They had an Iron Maiden one. Now they don't, but they've got other ones. So come on out to VSS West Pines.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SCT, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodsey can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We are back. Back with my lunchbox. Again, Doug and Victoria, man, that was just too kind. That was just amazing. Thank you so much. That is so cool. There's so many different products here. Yeah, for those of you that maybe you need a backpack, see this one here, and this is the skunk, and this is the one that doesn't smell. And no matter what, doesn't pick up smells. So they've got the backpacks here. They've got the spray ground, which these are the stylish ones that kids are using nowadays, and they're limited. So when you buy like this one, there aren't a lot of these. This one's actually really, really cool. It's a good-looking bag, by the way. So you can find a lot of these bags out here at VSS West Pines. Like I told you, there's all kinds of different products here. It's not just the CBD products, but they've got all kinds of nifty little things out here that you want to check out when you're at VSS West Pines. So come on out here, and if you're looking for a bag to carry around, maybe for school or for work or any kind of purpose, you got it here at VSS West Pines. And I got to tell you, this spray ground one, this thing is super sharp, man. I almost want to buy this one for myself. It's badass. Anyway, so there you go. 12397 Pembroke Road here in Pembroke Pines. You can get all kinds of things, including killer lunch boxes. I love it. This is a badass lunchbox. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. I got to tell you, that's fantastic. You get an Iron Maiden one, I'll get it next month when they come. Bill and O, puff, puff, pass, damn it. Here, I'm passing. Here, grab it. Grab it from the picture. Here. You can't grab it? What's going on? Here, I'm passing. I'm passing a little Hawaiian haze. CBD. Let's see. What else do we have on the program? Oh, I was telling you about that concert with Aerosmith, right? How about this? Did you hear about Dokken and George Lynch reuniting with Dokken? I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Don Dokken and George Lynch are reuniting. Now, there's a trick to all of this, okay, with Dokken and George Lynch getting together. I'm a Dokken fan. I like Dokken. And listen to this, August 21st and 22nd, they are playing at, right here, the Whiskey A Go-Go. That's where I got this shirt when I went to L.A. and I went to the Whiskey A Go-Go. I went and bought this shirt. And I would like to see a concert there. When I went to the Whiskey A Go-Go, I was just hanging out at the Whiskey A Go-Go. And just to kind of, go see a historic place like that. Now, there's a trick to all of this for those of you that happen to be Dokken fans like I am. George Lynch and Don Dokken are only doing special encore appearances. So the rest of the band is what you'll see throughout the whole set. And then those two guys come on for the encore. I find that kind of cheesy. I mean, if you can't play the whole concert, then don't play it. But it's hard for me to go pay to just see the guys do an encore. Right? I mean, that kind of takes away from all of that. That's I saw that news, and it was like, okay, I'd like to see George and Don again. But what, I'm only going to see them for like 2 songs? So these guys touring all over the country for 2 or 3 songs in an encore? Or is it like an encore where you're going to get like a set of songs? Where you get like a 6-song encore set or something like that? That's the part I'm pretty sure it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's only maybe 2 or 3 songs. That's kind of weird that they would be doing that. Now, if you got health issues on both ends, then I can understand. But I just found that kind of weird. Kind of odd. Now, let me tell you something. You tell me that they're both going to do a whole set. I might even fly out just so I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. See George and Don. I have seen him back in the day, but see him again. But see him at the Whiskey A Go-Go doing a full set. Now we're talking. Now that would be awesome if I can do that. But once I saw that it was just, special encore performances, man, that does absolutely nothing for me right there. I got to check the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, that's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the show. Did you guys see Green Day? Did you see Green Day at the NHL All-Star Game? So
I didn't watch, like you, the All-Star Game.
I didn't either. But I keep up with things on social media.
I did see it a couple years ago when they instituted the 3-on-3.
Right.
Man, it's pretty fast paced.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. But did you see why Green Day made the news on the NHL All-Star Game?
What did they do?
Well, do you remember The Doors and the Ed Sullivan Show?
Of course.
So the famous line is, "Come on, baby, light my fire. We couldn't get much higher," right? So the Ed Sullivan people went to The Doors and said, well, we don't want you to say we couldn't get much higher. Because back in those days, saying that was like dropping an F-bomb, almost. So telling Jim Morrison not to say something is basically like telling him, go ahead, Jim, knock us out. You can do whatever you want. And that's exactly what Jim Morrison did. He said, we couldn't get much higher, and he even inflected it, had more inflection in his voice when he said it. And obviously, they got pissed off. They were never allowed to return to the Ed Sullivan Show. So, Green Day gets the opportunity of playing at the NHL All-Star Game. Now, they implore Green Day not to use any profanity.
F-bombs galore.
Billy Joe Armstrong says, no problem. He goes on stage and he goes, all right, folks, get your effing hands together. So you got to go to Twitter and go Green Day NHL All-Star Game. And then all the tweets that came after, because, the people recorded that and then they started going, they started putting tweets and memes of reactions of NHL officials after watching Green Day's performance. And it's just hilarious, man. It's just awesome. It's just one after another. It was a trip, but I mean, don't invite a rock band, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they're rock bands.
Hold on, all the Super Bowl people are here and they already don't. Stop. Don't say that. We want some rock bands.
But if you want a lame, show, then okay, then just go get the Henson Brothers. That's all. But if you're gonna, bring in real artists, they got an edge to them. It is what it is. You know what? You don't want bad words, and get a cerebral band like Rush in there. Then I can understand. Geddy Lee doesn't need to cuss. That's not been his thing. That's never been the thing for. I don't think I've ever even heard. I've been to several Rush concerts. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't even think I ever heard Geddy Lee say a bad word at a Rush concert. And you need to find the right people for all that. But a rock punk band like Green Day is not the band that you want to think that they're going to be clean and not use profanity. Do you listen to Green Day? Have you ever followed them? They are kind of, out there, and politically they will also take a stand. It's not like they're afraid of sharing an opinion.
What's the best in The Doors is when he tells Ed, how about if I tell her, hey, baby, come on, baby, bite my wire.
Right. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, man, it just that was hilarious watching that, and you could tell that when Billy's doing it, like he's kind of smiling because deep down inside he knows what he's doing, and he knows he's pissing off some NHL executives that are all freaking out because maybe there's some kids watching. Now, let me ask you something. How many kids at an all-star game really have never heard a bad word or are going to be freaking out because they hear an F-bomb? I get it if we're somewhere in a Bible town, south somewhere where, I get it that maybe that you can try to carry that for a while. But I would imagine most kids that are at an NHL All-Star game, I think they've heard a couple of bad words in their lives already. I don't think they're going to be that shocked about hearing the F-bomb.
Nobody in there with virgin ears.
Right, no.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's we overreact to a point that it gets ridiculous. It's like that moment in old school when what's the name of the big tall dude that's in old school and he's what is it, ear cuffs and whatever, earmuffs.
Oh, he tells his kids.
Hand muffs.
Hey, earmuffs,
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Come on. You know, I knew all these bad words when I was a kid. Big deal, man. That's not going to shape your life one way or another. Because you learned the F-bomb at 7 or at 10, that's not going to stop you from being a productive citizen in this world. It's not going to lead you to a life of crime. That's like that's almost like the extreme, right? Oh, there's a child. He's only 10. My Lord, if he hears the P word, he might just become a sexual offender or something. If he hears the F word, oh my Lord, he might become a bank robber. Come on, man.
I bet you there's some 10-year-olds that could teach us some words.
Yeah, man, please. Give me a break. We go overboard with all this stuff. NHL officials can't be happy with Green Day dropping an F-bomb. Oh, give me a break. I remember as a kid freaking out that Hall & Oates had a song that said bitch girl. And I know it was rich girl, but we were always waiting for the part that said bitch. Just like in the Who song, it's who the F are you? You know what I'm saying? Big deal. That wasn't going to shape our lives. It wasn't going to lead us to a good path or a bad path. It had nothing to do how we were raised. But yet, we want to make it some big thing. Oh, don't cuss. There are kids. We're going to ruin them because we said the S word, the F word, the P word. Can we be any more ridiculous? I'm just wondering. Can we? Can we be any more ridiculous? Just asking. 5. I'm reading here on TMZ, by the way. They're saying that the Memorial Coliseum at LA might be where they hold the event for Kobe instead of Staples, because Staples might be too small. Public Memorial could be such a massive event, organizers are considering holding it at the famous LA Coliseum because the Staples Center simply isn't big enough. A meeting took place this week to discuss where Kobe's eventual memorial might go down, and in the coming weeks or months, people who were in the room say a few venues were considered. Some made more sense than others. Of course, the Staples Center is considered the house that Kobe built, but it only holds around 20,000 people, and judging by the massive response to his death, organizers feel they should be ready for a much larger crowd. The Coliseum roughly holds 80,000 people, and the surrounding parks are capable of holding many, many more. It seems more logical at this point. Wow. Wow.
It makes sense.
And it makes all the sense in the world. Yes. The Coliseum makes all the sense in the world, and it shows also. Let me tell you something about an event like this. You will have people flying in from all over the world to be a part of this. Okay? I guarantee you, Kobe fans and Laker fans will fly in from all parts of our country and all parts of the world to be a part of this. That's how much they love that dude and that team. Lakers and Celtics are royalty, man. That's what they are in the NBA world. They are the Yankees, they're that kind of team. That team that is just a notch above the entire league. That's what the Yankees are. I don't care whether you like them or hate them. I don't give a rat's ass about that. The Yankees are a worldwide brand. You show that NY in pinstripes, and they know it all over the world. That's just the way it is.
Funny. I'm watching a documentary on Blood Diamonds. A guy in Sierra Leone with a Yankee hat on.
Of course. Yeah.
It's like crazy.
Right. They wouldn't care about anything else in baseball, but the Yankees, it's a whole different ballgame. You know, there are certain brands that are like that. The Lakers brand is that, bro. The Lakers and the Celtics brand is a worldwide brand. And Kobe is a worldwide brand also. So those are two worldwide brands now that you're dealing with. So, yeah, I can see where Staples Center is not big enough. And you got to hold it in the Rose Bowl. You got to hold it at the Coliseum. You got to hold it somewhere where you can, remember, also control big crowds. At the Coliseum, you'll be able to control the crowds. And that's really, really important. Staples Center, you'll fill up the arena, and then you'll have another 20, 40,000 people outside of it, causing chaos to get in and out of that place. Whereas a stadium has already got the way you have chosen to use ingress and egress from the facility. That's already structured. Oh, and one more thing. Those folks out in Southern California, they're already used to going in and out of the Coliseum. So a lot of them, it'll be habitual for them to go in and out of that Coliseum. Sure, there'll be a lot of new people to it and people from out of town. But I wouldn't be, hell, I bet some of you know a Laker fan or a Kobe fan in your town, obviously, because we got people watching all over in Pensacola and everything. Thank you again, Doug and Victoria. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But you may know somebody in your town that's a monster Kobe or Laker fan that would probably go to this. They would feel compelled that they have to be there for Kobe's closure. How crazy is that? But it's the truth, man. It's definitely the truth. 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. That's 786-322-1105. We got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Just a little reminder, I'm on 3 to 625 on Mad Dog Radio, Channel 82 on Sirius on Sunday, leading you up to the big game. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that show. That's going to be, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I got a lot of ideas on how to structure that show and have a lot of fun with it. But, we were talking a little earlier about quarterbacks and where Justin Herbert is and how to approach it and all that. For you Dolphins out there that are wondering how long is it going to take to rebuild. You know, I was thinking about this. The Super Bowl has a couple of interesting examples for you. Really, because Andy Reid is in his 7th year with the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's been 7 years that he was building to get to this point. He started with Alex Smith, and that wasn't enough. And he knew it wasn't enough. Because remember what I tell you about Tannehill and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and quarterbacks of that ilk. These are guys that are dependent on the scenario around them and the running game in order to really be successful. That when chaos breaks down, you need to carry with your arm. Alex Smith can't do that either. That's just never been him. If his running game isn't working and some problems on the O-line, he's toast. He's not going to be able to make up for it. If he's trailing by 14, 17 points, he's toast, like all these guys that I talked about. more often than not, these guys will not be able to bail you out of those situations. And so Andy Reid knew that, all right, I can win with Alex Smith. I can get to the playoffs with Alex Smith, but I don't have the guy that when all hell breaks loose, Alex Smith will be the difference maker. So he drafted Pat Mahomes and now developed him into that difference maker that he needs. And now he's in the Super Bowl. And remember, the difference maker in his second year last year, able to get over the hump. His third year, but really it took Andy 7 years to get here. Now, the flip side is the San Francisco 49ers. They are now in their third year under John Lynch. They've got Shanahan. They now have Garoppolo into his third year, right, as a starter. Or, I'm sorry, no, second year as a starter. And now you've got an opportunity. In your third year, you've built the team offensively and defensively to get you to the Super Bowl. So for those of you that were thinking, the Dolphins can rebuild this in 3 years, I don't expect them to be in the Super Bowl in 3 years, and we shouldn't expect them. It's unrealistic. But those of you that want to look at San Francisco, damn, I can't argue with you on that. But I can tell you that it could also be Kansas City, because you've got to figure out your quarterback. You've got to get the right quarterback. Andy didn't have the right quarterback. Then he went and got the right quarterback. So there really is no real timetable on how the Dolphins are going to get there. And this Super Bowl gives you, two different examples of how you're going to get there. And the good thing for the Dolphins is they've got a desirable location in South Florida. They now have to create the environment and the coaching staff. And I think that a guy like Brian Flores earned a lot of brownie points around the league this year, because where it started and where it ended, people are, they're, after everything that they were bitching and complaining about all across the league in the first couple of weeks, all these idiots like Steve Young, at the end of the year, they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Hey, I think we were out of place here. The Dolphins, they were trying to win. And, hey, we got to give Brian Flores a lot of credit. All the stuff we said on the show here and we saw on the show developing as the year went on, they all caught on after, in other words. So you might be developing that already, the culture, the coach, and you have the location. Okay? All right? I know I hate to disappoint some of you out there that I keep finding a lot of positives in what's developing with the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry if I disappoint some of you out there that just want to find the negative in everything. No, I find the negative when it's negative. Okay? All right? I'm sorry. But when it's negative, then I'll tell you it's negative. Okay? But when I think it's positive, I think it's positive. And that's what I see. And so I think you're headed in the right direction. How long it's going to take, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know yet. I know we all want to get to that destination right away. We can't wait to get off on that exit. We can't wait to get off in that city, that destination, that train stop. But we're not there yet. So we got to give it some time. And I think after this draft, maybe we get a better feel, right? Because if you don't get a quarterback early, you get a quarterback later, then maybe you have more of a project. If you get a guy that's more ready-made, maybe you think you can make an impact in the next year or two. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we got to give it some time. But I think the Super Bowl is a really nice measuring stick of where we're at as a franchise and how we can actually look at those franchises and say, all right, what path can you go? But the key for both, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? They found their quarterbacks, right? They trade for Garoppolo, and they find a guy that they built a great team around him, and he just needs to facilitate and make some plays. On the Kansas City side, they've got an ultimate difference maker that he changes the game because of the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see. What kind of quarterback do you get? Do you get the ultimate difference maker? Do you get the facilitator? Which one? And then that'll determine on what kind of team you need to build around him, too. But I think the Super Bowl, to that extent, is one of the examples that it sets for you. I got another football note that a couple football notes that I want to get to in the final half hour of the program. Some music notes, too, I got also that I want to talk about. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. We're coming to you live from VSS West Pines, 12397 Pembroke Road, baby. All kinds of great stuff out here. Come on out and join us. If you can't join us between now and 3 o'clock, and come on out here for all your CBD needs, man. You're going to enjoy it out here at VSSWestPines.com.
Plus tax, tag title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19. Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
This is the Big O Show.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodsey can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
We are back. Boy, that's a power pipe right there, baby. What's that? This is a power hookah. What the hell is this, bro? Wow, this is a ginormous and beautiful hookah. There we go. Oh, child might rush. There you go. So tell us about this hookah. Wait a minute. Open up this mic here. Bill, open up this mic here.
So, how's it going, everybody?
Sorry, I'm just over here working.
Yes, the T-Rex, Jason here is going to tell us about this hookah. Go ahead, Jason.
So we got Faro hookah. Basically, you put some water in the bottom. Up on the top is where you would put your tobacco shisha. It's basically flavored tobacco.
Right.
Molasses, flavorings, blueberry, watermelon, you name it. You put your coals on top, put the hookah hose together, and you just pull out of one end of the hookah and enjoy a nice night out with the missus or some friends, and have a hookah at home.
There you go. Hookah at home. And you can do it. And they've got the water pipes here from 1999 and up. You've got the Seth Rogen one. Show them the Seth Rogen one over there.
Time. Not too many shops in Florida, let alone Miami, have these guys.
That's
just
a
on
limited
deck.
one.
It's a student glass. Hold on one second.
Yeah, bring that one, Jason. Because this is the Seth Rogen has got one. This is a German made, if I'm correct, right? It's German made. And this is now not a
gravity pipe.
Very few shops have this. Okay, this is a limited product that you can only get really pretty much here at VSS West Pines.
It is actually a hookah as well. All you got to do is interchange that little bowl out. It's set up right now for dry herb. You can put your
CBD,
your CBD flower. Correct. You can put your CBD flower in there. And basically it's gravity fed. You just put in water on one side, and as you go tilting it, it refills the chamber, and it constantly just goes blowing smoke out one end.
There you go. All you got to do.
Badass piece of machinery right here.
That's right. So VSS West Pines, come on out here and get your products. Oh, and by the way, Doug, Victoria, don't worry about your credit card. You're safe here. These are great people out here, okay? Don't worry about it. Doug's like, hey, it's Miami. They steal everything. No. I wouldn't be involved with any kind of sponsor like that, Doug, okay? I'm only involved with decent people like you and Victoria and obviously everybody here at VSS West Pines. All right? So that's all we do here. We only interact with great people. I'm not going to tell you to go. I won't have a scrubby sponsor. I just won't. I'll turn it down. I mean, I'm that lucky I can turn it down. It's just the way it is. So don't worry about it. Doug, Victoria, you're safe. Everything is safe. You're good. Let's see, what do we have here? Edwards says both teams are also primarily built through the draft and sprinkled in veteran talent. That's the key. The key is to stick with the plan and stay patient. Edward, you and I think alike, my man. I've been telling folks that you got to be patient and you got to stay with the plan on drafting. You cannot get desperate. That's the problem because you've been so bad for so long, you're desperate to get good quick, and you can't do that. You try to cut corners, and you will get burned when it's all said and done. Did you see Kareem Hunt, by the way? Kareem Hunt got arrested for marijuana possession. And not a big thing that he got caught for that because apparently it may not even have been his. It might have been his brother's because the car wasn't even listed under him. But what was disturbing out of all of that, they found an open alcohol bottle. That was the problem there. This is what the report says. The incident states a small amount of marijuana was found in multiple locations in Hunt's vehicle, though he claimed that they were not his. Whether you believe that or not, doesn't matter. This is the part. In the lengthy video from the stop that was released by the Rocky Mountain River Police Department on Monday, the officer can be heard asking Hunt about an open vodka bottle he had in the backpack in his back seat. While Hunt was cited for that, the officer explained that he could have issued him a ticket for that. Hunt admitted to the officer that he would be drug tested by the NFL if he were issued a citation for possession of marijuana. He said he would likely fail the test. It's the offseason, Hunt said. Sorry, I was having a good time. But see, here's the part, man. Go have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? But don't drive, bro. Stay home, you moron. You want to smoke weed? You want to have a little vodka? Stay home, idiot. This is why, and you Dolphins out there, okay, because you're going to approach me about this. He's going to become a free agent. Dolphins are going to say, hey, why don't we sign Kareem Hunt? This is why you don't sign Kareem Hunt. Because he's stupid. You can't sign somebody stupid. And that's what he is. He's a moron. He knows that he is on the brink. And look what he's doing. And he's got money that he could have some slappy drive him home. He can have an Uber drive him home. And he can have his little vodka bottle in his backpack, and when he gets home, he can have a little more vodka. And when he gets home, he can smoke a little more. And he can do whatever he wants. And nobody will find out. And guess what? The cops won't pull you over because it's not you behind the wheel. I mean, this guy's got weed all over the car. He's got a vodka bottle, and he's speeding. So he's incredibly stupid. So he's breaking the law by doing all these things. And let me bring attention to myself while I'm breaking the law doing these things by speeding. You can't save stupid. You just can't. It's really hard to save stupid. So just in case, you know, one of your favorite buddies out there and your friend says, oh, hey, Kareem Hunt's available. Why don't the Dolphins go after him? Just remind them of this story. And you tell them what they got. Did you watch any of the Grammys at all, Bill?
Not second of it.
Well, Gary Clark Jr. won the Best Rock Performance for This Land, which I have no problem with that. He's fantastic. That album, This Land, is excellent. I saw him live at the Fillmore, and
you got one of the free posters, right?
Oh yeah,
I remember it.
Yeah, it was hanging up in my office.
The non-payer.
So we will have maybe we might be hanging it in a new office. Anyway,
that one pays.
Yes. Tool ended up winning for Best Metal Performance for Tempest. Gary Clark Jr. won for Best Rock Song, This Land. best rock album was Cage the Elephant and Social Cues. It's a good album. I have it. Okay? I really like it. How it beat Rival Sons and Feral Roots. Wow. That's popularity. That the hardcore rocker knows about Rival Sons. Okay? Guys like me and Bill, we know Rival Sons. Some of you out there might know Rival Sons. Most of you may not. Everybody knows Cage the Elephant. And to me, that was a popularity vote. That's the only thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because Rival Sons, man, those guys deserve more and more pub. They're one of the best young bands out in this country. In the world, period. One of the best young rock bands out there. They got a few albums out already, like 4 or 5, but they're excellent, man. They are absolutely phenomenal. I thought they got robbed. You know, last year when they gave it to Greta, well-deserved. Now, you know, this one, again, good album by Cage. Not one of their better albums, but I would tell you that Rival Sons and Feral Roots, that's an exceptional album, man.
The Grammys are a 50-50.
Yeah.
They get it right and then they get it wrong. Then
Yeah.
they get it right, then they get it wrong. It's one of those.
Yeah, it's hard to
They're
beat.
not as bad as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But it seems like it's based on popularity, some of their votes. Because when Greta won, even though they deserved it, they were also very popular already at a point. Whereas Rival Sons does not have that same they don't even have Greta's popularity, and Greta only has an album and a half. And Rival Sons has released more albums, but Greta's probably more popular now. They're probably more mainstream than Rival Sons. I don't know. That's just me. Big O, been listening for a few weeks now. Love the new format. Less commercials, more local sports from a host in the know. Thanks for doing what you can do. Can't wait for the combine and draft coverage. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm actually finalizing all that coverage now for the combine. So, yeah, we are we're doing it, man. You know, here's another product that I saw at VSS West Pines. They've got this Sippin' Syrup baked brownies. Okay? And you only eat half the brownie, and it puts you to sleep. Okay? It's got all kinds of natural products, okay? All natural products that will put you to sleep. So there you go. It's not a CBD brownie, but it's a healthy brownie with all kinds of proprietary calming blends. I don't know if I can pronounce most of this, but chamomile extract, lavender extract, valerian, I think it is, extract. There's a whole bunch of them there. I can't read them all. Melatonin, all kinds of stuff here that I have no idea, but they tell me all of these all the products that are in this brownie, and apparently it's a really popular item here. A lot of people come to buy it, and it's called Half-Baked Brownies. There you go. A bigger label in the back. You can check it out here at VSS West Pines, baby. All right? So if you want, I'm actually going to try this myself tonight. I'm going to eat half this brownie. I'm going to film it too. I'm going to film this thing and eat half this brownie, and I'll tell you tomorrow morning if I slept well.
Just remember to cut the film off when you start drooling, okay?
What am I, Ogilvy from the Bad News Bears?
No, I'm just saying, just cut the film off when you start drooling.
Couldn't you wait to unwrap it? Remember that scene? Again, what new reference can I use of somebody eating the candy with the wrapper? I only have Ogilvy, man. After that, I'm out of gas. I got nothing else new. I can't help you. What can I tell you? How about this? Can I give you a fun fact in music that you may not have known? Okay? You ready for this? John Fogerty just released a full 1970 CCR concert at Royal Albert Hall. So you can look that up, okay? Think about that.
And that's
okay.
When we saw Fogerty, man, that was so good, bro.
Can you imagine
I'm
that?
so glad we went.
Can you imagine that?
Huh.
And you know they clean these things up and make it HD4 and all that stuff, right? So I'm gonna watch that concert in the next couple of days. When I get home, I'm gonna look for it and watch it. But I was reading this article, and this is something that I've never heard of in my life. Okay? And I didn't know that he did this. Some of you out there that lived during this time, like I was alive, but I was 3 years old when this happened. Did you know that in 1969, CCR released 3 albums?
3
albums.
In 1 year.
In 1 year.
A calendar year. 12 months. That's what?
In 1969.
And it wasn't like live. They didn't know.
No.
Real
3 albums.
Studio done.
It's more impressive than that.
Jesus.
3 albums. The first one was Bayou Country, which had Susie Q, Proud Mary, and Good Golly Miss Molly. No, I'm sorry. Born in the Bayou. Born in the Bayou, Proud Mary, and Susie Q. Green River had Bad Moon Rising and Good Golly Miss Molly. And then Willie and the Poor Boys had Down on the Corner and Fortunate Son.
Man, good albums, too. All-time songs. All-time. All 3 of them. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Nobody does that, bro.
The one that
Nobody
comes, the one that
does
comes
that.
to mind is Women and Children First, Van Halen 2.
Yeah, they did 2.
Right.
Yeah.
2.
And, they're not the first. There have been other bands that have released
right.
2.
Yes.
And maybe even 3 with a live, like you mentioned, or
Yes.
some crap like
Moving
that.
Pictures and Exit Stage Left.
Yeah, some like that. That's been done 100 times. 3 studio albums in 1 year? And then you go and have, historic hits in each of them. They're not hits. They're legendary hits. They're legend, wait for it, dairy hits. Okay? That's crazy, dude.
You channeling your inner Barney, man.
Yes. Yes, there we go. There we go. Little Proud Mary. Woo, the red, white, and blue.
You know, you guys out there, if you have not seen John Fogerty
live
in concert,
yeah, he still sounds phenomenal in his 70s.
And his age, it didn't matter. Like we talked about,
tons of energy.
ZZ and all. There's bands that slow the songs down,
Yeah, not
so
him.
they could do them all.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like he sped it up.
Yeah, his voice is still powerful. It's a lot like Charlie Daniels. Charlie blows you away. He's 80, and you go see him. And his voice is still impeccable, which I'm used to guys, you lose the fastball, man.
You have to expect that, though,
But I read that story, and I was like,
that's crazy.
I was blown away. Like some of you out there that lived it, you knew this already. You lived it. You know what I'm saying? Those of us, like I know CCR's music inside and out, but I did not realize the timeline of these releases. And I have all these albums. I have CCR's, catalog. I did not realize that 3 of those albums came out in the same year. It's crazy. Here, I'll give you another music note. You know about Disturbed, Stained, and Bad Wolves traveling, right? Together?
Yeah.
We're going to see them at Rockville. We're going to see Disturbed.
Yes, I saw that.
On July 24th, you can see them at the I Think Financial Theater or Amphitheater again, but this time with Stained and Bad Wolves. So we're going to get to see them twice in a couple months. We'll see them in May at Rockville, and then we'll go, because I got to go. I'm going to go see them again at that place because I don't.
Stained.
And Bad Wolves. You don't know Bad Wolves, but you'll like them. Trust me, you'll like them. I like them. You'll like them. Trust me. You'll like them. Greeper's a big fan of Bad Wolves, too. They do a nice job, man. They're a good band. That's a really good third band, in other words. You're gonna want to see that set, that kind of stuff. So I can't wait for that July 24th, just in case. If you did not see Disturbed when they came recently, within this moment, you missed a hell of a show. But they're coming back July 24th with Stained and Bad Wolves at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Looking forward to that, man. And I can't wait to see them also in Rock. What I'm hoping is that we get to interview them. That's the other thing that I do want to remind you folks out there. We're going to be at Rockville. We're going to be broadcasting from Rockville, okay? Like this. You're going to be able to see the YouTube channel, all that stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Spread the word, because it'll be one of those things where we'll be live and then we'll be off, and then we'll be live again and then we'll be off. You know, that kind of stuff. But we're gonna have a good time out there, man. We're gonna have a blast out at Rockville. I mean, it's impossible not to have a great time at Rockville. When we went 2 years ago,
Oh, with that lineup, man. It's Metallica gonna do 50+ songs.
No, but what I love also is that they have the multiple stages, so you can just move around, and you're constantly going from one show to another. You know what I'm saying? And it's awesome. There are times where a couple of the bands may collide a little bit, you know, by the back end of one set, the start of another, and that kind of stuff. So then you might have to sacrifice one for the other. But they keep it moving, and that's what I love, that there's like really no dead time. You're not standing around and there's nothing going on. There's always something going on. And then they have these minor little stages. They have like a little acoustic stage on the side. That's where we saw Them Evils. They actually did a little side acoustic set for like 4, 5, 6 songs, and then you get to like talk with them and mingle. You know, so it might be Bad Wolves or something like that, those kind of bands. It's not going to be a Disturbed, you know what I mean, or a Metallica, but it'll be some of the more opening acts.
The ones that you can actually sit and talk to in this.
Yeah, they're not
going
going to get
Bob.
Right, because most people don't know Them Evils. You know, I know them because I'm just a crazed maniac. You know, that kind of stuff. So I kind of follow.
I'm glad you said it and we didn't have to.
That's all right. I admit it when it is what it is. What can I tell you? You know, what are you going to do? But there you go. So if you want to see Disturbed, Stained, and Bad Wolves, you'll be able to see it July 24th. All right. It is time for us to wrap it up out here at VSS West Pines, man. We had a blast.
Yes, we did.
We had an absolute blast out here. Look forward to doing it again. In fact, I think we're going to expand something. Jose and I and all the guys out here, Jason and stuff, we were all talking, and Alex, about maybe expanding something here with them. First of all, Doug and Victoria, I can't thank you more, man. I mean, that is so cool. You bought me a Rush lunchbox. That is so awesome. Now every time you watch the show, when it's in studio, you're going to see this Rush lunchbox, okay? This thing's beautiful, man. It's so cool. Like, I wouldn't want to ruin this by using it. Right?
No, exactly.
You can't ruin this. You can't use this ever. Like, if I was a child, there's no way I would use this to lunch.
Okay, buy me the one to use, and this one's going in my room.
Yeah, exactly. This is so cool. Maybe I'll meet Geddy Lee one day and have him sign it. You know, that might be cool. That is so awesome. So we thank all the great people out here at VSS West Pines.
Thank you guys for getting us over the hump.
Big time.
1,000 subscribers.
Over 1,000.
Huge day for us. Thank you.
That's it. 1,000 down. Now we got 9 more to go, so that's the next stage. We appreciate it immensely. This gives us a lot of flexibility. 12397 Pembroke Road in Pembroke Pines is out here at VSS West Pines. You're going to love this store. It's such a really cool store.
We really had a blast today.
Yeah, we'll be out here every month out here with everybody. So come on out here, and we thank everybody out here for supporting us. We thank all of you for listening, for watching, for subscribing, for downloading. Remember, you can reach out on the accidentlawfirm.com text line at 786 322-1105. We'll see you tomorrow again right here on the program. You be good out there. Much love. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, John. You guys are exceptional.
Thank you all. You guys have a good night. See ya.